Hey, the only song I ever see Chris Stanley dance to. It's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. Gail Bennington, under the weather, not joining us today. And I am Ron Bennington. So, Stanley?
Yes.
You got up your game? Vito, game up. I'll make this announcement and you don't know about it. Well, first of all, you do know, Chris, that your beloved Giants have fired Ben McAdoo. What you don't know is moments ago they fired Jerry Reese as well.
Holy shit.
Is that the first NFL firings of the year?
Yes, it is. I mean, this is the first time the Giants have fired a head coach, I think, since like the 70s, in the middle of a season.
I wish the Eagles would make the same move. I wish the Eagles would go in and fire that fucking tight little asshole who didn't unleash his team last night. But we're not as fast of a moving city as the Big Apple, okay? The Big Apple is the city that never sleeps. Philadelphia likes to get a good 10, 11 hours a night. You got to do that when you work a blue-collar job. You got to get your rest. All right, 844-ROCK-DOG. 844-ROCK-DOG is our phone number. We're going to be giving out some posters, signed posters from the Thanksgiving show, which Vito told me that we had a ton left. And Vito, I don't know what you think a ton weighs, but you would weigh 8,000 tons if that were true. In the Vito metrics. Now, Vito also tells me he has a viral video making the scene. And what's it listed under the iBang?
It is silent GIF you can somehow hear is freaking people out.
All right, so this is a video. And it looks like a power lines.
So yeah, it's a GIF.
Well, so don't give anything away. Just tell us what to do.
Just press play and look at it.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Well, why are you saying holy shit? It's fucking CGI.
No, but I it's a GIF. There's no sound, but I hear the thump. I hear it.
Who says that a GIF can't have sound?
Just by design, GIFs don't have sound.
How do you know that?
Just because there's no audio. It's just purely visual.
All right, but have you ever fucking been around in your life where they added some new technology? There is a thump. So, Vito, is that the game? There's no thump?
So
there is a thump.
It is just a visual thing, but for some reason, when you look at it, you feel like there's a sound, even though
there isn't. You can't feel like there's a sound. You hear a sound.
But there's no sound attached to this GIF.
Then why am I hearing the thump?
It's a visual perception.
Bullshit. There's no such thing as a visual perception.
No, because
if there was a visual perception, deaf people would go to concerts and fucking be like, oh, I see him strumming. By the way, why doesn't a GIF have a fucking sound? I know I've seen these short things before. They're not GIFs?
No, those aren't GIFs. Those are just video clips.
I'm learning something new today. Well, two things. Number one, the GIFs never had sound.
No.
And the video clips are not GIFs.
No.
And two, no. So now I'm up to three. And three, here is a GIF with a sound.
This is creepy.
All right, let's just listen quietly. Vito, do you hear it?
I'm looking at it and I hear it.
So that's all I'm asking.
Yes.
Why are you doubting yourself because of this fucking headline?
But I believe that there is no audio attached. I think it's just the rumbling of the video is just tricking your...
Why are you fighting to make their point? We all hear a sound.
Yes.
So if I hear a sound somewhere, I'm just going to know that I heard it, like I have every other day of my life.
It's just unbelievable that what they're saying...
I think I got my back to it and can still hear it.
The thumping's driving me nuts now. It fucking doesn't stop.
Why?
It's fucking
Well,
GIFs.
that's because it's a GIF.
Goddamn GIFs.
All right, is Jen here today?
Yes.
Now, Jen, I'm going to ask you, is somebody from the island of Trinidad, a place where the steel drums will play you to sleep at night, do you hear the thump?
I do. Oh
yes.
my God.
We all hear the thump,
There's
right?
a thump happening, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that means we've heard it. It would be impossible not to. All right, check this out at the iBang. What is the stupid title?
Silent GIF you can somehow hear is freaking people out.
That. How about this? Guess what? Here's how I'm changing this. You can hear GIFs now. I've never heard what did you call it? Visual what?
Visual perception.
That's bullshit. That's a bullshit thing. Visual perception is something you see.
This is we're hearing. We're hearing this. This is
You pulled over to my side now.
Yes.
You're with me. Thank you.
because I thought I knew about GIFs.
No,
but I think
You
someone
got a team without a coach and without a GM.
No.
You're lost, little boy.
I need some fucking direction in life. Fuck the Giants.
Forever? Or are you going to pull a Fez Watley and say fuck them forever?
I mean, I want to see what they bring in. You know, maybe they, you know.
I know. No one ever means fuck anything. And by the way, this doesn't even give me any happiness because they already fucked up Sweet Eli.
Yeah. He's fucking devastated.
Smoke. Smoke. Smoke, we got...
Oh, buddies.
Hey.
Yeah.
Man, your phone's all fucking...
I was going to have... can you hear me now?
Yeah. Either that or I have a visual
somebody
perception
close
view.
their
Are you a
eyes.
GIF?
Yeah.
have dipshit close his eyes and play it and see if you can hear it. That'll be the see if there's any sound or if he's got any basis to what he's saying.
All right. Make sure you check this out. It's on the iBang of a terrible fucking veto title. Silent GIF you can somehow hear is freaking people out.
I'm just getting annoyed by the constant thumping. And now, now I feel like I could feel it almost now. Like I'm just staring at this fucking GIF, which is making
Now
a
you're
sound.
letting them get to your head, bro, and you're starting to think that you're crazy.
I'm feeling the fucking
You're being
thump.
gaslit.
Vito, that's the title. We're going to gaslight you all with this GIF.
Better title. I'd like to do a contest to see who writes worst title, you or Vito.
Oh, I've read some fucking clunkers. Just real fucking, just terrible.
I'm going to try to think of one of the ones that's driving me crazy when you're ready, because I fucking crack up at my house. All right, I'm going to...
Jesus.
I thought that you were freaking out because the power lines were playing fucking jump rope.
Oh, yeah, then
I'm like,
there's that.
It's not real.
I hate whoever fucking made this. I hate them.
Hey, Greg in Seattle.
Hey, sorry about your Eagles.
What Eagles? By the way, this is the first time Big J didn't get in touch with me after the game. No, I just sent him a silent GIF of a guy jumping off a fucking building.
Put that. Can you put that GIF through the board? Can you actually put that onto your soundboard so that we who are not watching it can hear it?
All right.
And if we hear it, then
all right.
Boom, case closed.
Let's
There's sound.
Anything?
Nothing. I didn't hear a thing. Crank it.
He's saying he can't hear it.
There's a thump
Yep,
there.
I'm actually hearing it a little bit now.
All right. See, that's the thing. It's not loud. It's a faint thump.
Yeah.
It's up on the iBang. Go check it out yourself.
Silent GIF you can somehow hear is freaking people out.
Vito, why would you even write silent GIF? Silent Jeff. Your fucking name should be Silent Jeff. Silent Bob's little brother. Dude, I went out to that stupid thing that Joe Lawson told us about.
The Park Avenue tree lighting?
Yeah, Park Avenue tree lighting.
How was it?
Well, here's the deal. It's a fucking proddy church.
Oh.
And if my family ever finds out I'm fucking hanging around a bunch of Protestants singing fake Christmas songs. But you know, the funny thing is, I get there and I meet three of the guys who are responsible for putting up the lights.
Oh, shit.
And they were a nervous wreck.
Were they?
Yeah, they're like, this gotta go off, man. We've been working. I go, how long? It was like 5 weeks. They put up 1 million fucking lights on Christmas trees on Park Avenue.
Oh, it's all along the avenue?
So all along the avenue. Yeah, you never heard of it before, right?
I never heard of it before, no.
This has been going on since 1945.
What the how the fuck do I have not heard about this?
I live like 28 blocks away from it. I asked around my neighborhood. Not one fucking person have heard about it before.
This is just that neighborhood. That's it.
I go there. It's fucking packed out. And a lot of the rich people are fucking hanging out their windows. So you can sit there and just stare into Park Avenue windows. These fucking rich, I know we don't even use the word yuppies anymore, but they were. They weren't fucking just millennials. They were yuppies, and they're in this beautiful fucking townhouse and just drinking white wine and looking out the window and rubbing up against each other. Everything about their life is better than yours.
Whatever. I don't know. Not necessarily. I mean,
everything, Chris. I see you, and I saw them.
I'm sure the beds they sleep in are nicer, and the liquor they're drinking is better.
Yes. Yeah.
But doesn't mean Jim Beam isn't good too.
Yeah, it does. It means everything that when you have better stuff, you're better. That's how life is.
Son of a bitch.
If you're staying in a beautiful fucking penthouse, you're better than a couple of guys laying on the fucking floor of a studio. How do you not get that?
I still want to rub
Let me
in my
ask
face.
you.
Yeah.
You've been on an airplane before, right?
Yes, I have.
Now, you don't fucking ever fly first class, but you've walked through it.
I have. Yes, I've seen it.
Is it better than your seats?
It looks better. It looks roomier.
It's better. It's fucking better. That's nothing to be ashamed of. And guess what?
Yeah.
A fucking private jet is better than that. Everybody knows these things. Better is better. You don't get your feelings hurt about it. These fucking people that I saw last night drinking their little white wine and fucking playing Christmas music with all their windows open to a fucking townhouse, not even an apartment, a townhouse,
Holy shit.
Home on Park Avenue.
Ugh.
They're fucking better. That's it.
No, I can't believe that. Just they got a little more cash to me. Just a little bit more.
Dude, even if somebody who looked like them that was making the same fucking bread as you.
Yeah.
And didn't cough every time they laughed is better than you. Why
I can't
why
accept
won't you
that.
get that?
I'm
No, accept it. It's a fucking done deal.
Just because they have I have a rent stabilized apartment in Story, Queens.
They're
It's
fucking
lovely.
look. They're richer than you. They're better looking than you.
Bullshit.
Yes, that's fucking easy. I could put Vito looks exactly like you, and he's better looking than you.
He looks somewhat like me. He doesn't look exactly like me.
Now I was going to go to this food hall yesterday, and then I got fucking caught up and didn't go. What is this food hall that's near Grand Central?
That is the Vanderbilt food hall.
What's the whole dilly?
All right, so-
I haven't been to one of these fucking food halls yet.
Actually, we had food from there once at the Lady Chicken spot when they brought those chicken sandwiches.
Wait, did you say Delaney chicken?
Delaney chicken.
Delaney chicken.
Delaney chicken.
I thought the lady gave it to us.
So it's a bunch of it's not fast food. It's just it's smaller food, local food places will open up a kiosk or a small place in this food hall. So it's a bunch of
So it's a fucking food court.
It's kind of like it's like a higher end food court that serves beer.
Oh, so better than a food court because it's higher end.
The food is better.
You're making the point that you just denied moments ago.
I like them a lot. There's one in Brooklyn. There's one on DeKalb
I
Avenue.
know. I read about it. That's why I was going to go to one in fucking Manhattan, but I didn't end up going. What kind of food they got there?
I think there's
Everything's chicken.
there's some chicken, and then there's some seafood. There's I think they have lobster rolls there. They have
I like a lobster roll.
They have a restaurant called the Little Beat. That's
right up around the fucking corner from here.
But they have another one. They have
Well, why would I want to go there then? That's not local.
I think we did. I think we actually went to one near Penn Station when we went to D.C.
That's called a food hall?
Yeah, because they had a Little Beat and they had a Luke's Lobster and stuff there.
And
all right, so it's nothing. It's an upscale food court.
That's what it is.
Now, you ever, you know what casual dining is? Like Fridays and Applebee's and all that shit?
Oh, yeah.
There's an article, it's up on the Iowa Bank today, saying those places are going south. You know why?
Why?
Millennials do not like it. Now, not you, first run millennial.
Yeah, I'm
the fucking following the millennials, which there's kind of a cut in the millennials. I didn't even know about this stuff I was reading. Like the last millennials,
have
nothing to do with your old fucking funkiness.
So then they're not millennials. They should be
are.
taking the fucking name.
We don't look at you and your old kind of millennials.
And the people your age You don't go to Applebee's. You
No.
don't go to fucking Fridays.
Because, like, why not just go to a bar? Like, if you're going to go get a meal at, like, a place like that, I'd rather just go to a bar in my neighborhood.
Can I tell you something? I'm on the young millennial side here. I agree with them. I don't want to fucking ever eat at one of those places. I look down my nose at people who eat at Ruby Tuesdays.
I still occasionally go to them. I'll go to an Outback Steakhouse. I'll enjoy a Bloomin' Onion and their drink specials.
When's the last time you went to one?
Like maybe 7 months ago.
Yeah, that's not being a fucking reg, is it?
Oh, I'm not a regular, but I'll still go to them. I'm not just going to shun them like millennials do.
It's better to have a normal bar you just go to once a week and you have a relationship with the people who work there, and then you get some nice deals for yourself.
Look, I went to an Applebee's.
Look,
in
I don't
October.
want to fucking negotiate. I just want some food. Oh, look at there's a Marine and her family and her dog all wearing Bennington shirts. Vito, how do you get one of these Bennington shirts?
You could get yourself one of those shirts if you go to BenningtonShow.com, or you could even go to the iBankShop.com, and your dog can wear one too.
That's really sweet. They're the nicest people. They should have came out party caroling with me last night. Ugh. Not a person of color, not Spanish, nothing. Jeff in Cleveland.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie?
Hey.
Just wanted to let you know that GIF just has sound on it. I have a subwoofer attached to the radio that I listen to, and it was thumping away.
All right, dude. You see that? You fucking see that, Vito? You fell for a goddamn scam.
Look, I don't know what magical subwoofer he has. There's no.
They're not magical. They're a fucking subwoofer. You hear it, right? Why are you making the fucking point of the text instead of just believing your own big giant fucking elephant ears?
I don't know. I'm trying to believe the good in the website.
Believe yourself, though. You're the very definition of a fucking rube. You want to fucking, I ought to give you some cotton candy and a balloon, let you walk the fucking midway. Hey, Steve, what's up?
Hey, Ron, I got an explanation of why you're hearing a thump, but I also want to comment on the stupid titles that they always post.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not only dumb titles, but they're full of bad grammar and misspellings.
That's fucking Chris. That's Stanley. Just feel closer to Stanley every time you see one of those.
I do say should have a lot instead of should have. It really just fucking kills me.
Should have, could have, would have.
Any of them. I do them all. Every fucking thing.
How'd you get through school?
I don't know. I hate it.
Somebody told me the way you got through school was blowing professors.
I did not suck any professors off.
God, why do you gotta be so much more blunt, man? We were having a cute moment with blowing, and you went in to suck them off. If you were just tuning in, no Gail today, or we would have gotten to the bottom of this thump thing. I guess the subwoofer would have had it. Brandon, Kansas.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey.
This is just a regular, pickup. I heard the thumping too, and it was like thump, thump, thump. It was that fast.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Now, Vito, how do you fucking explain that?
I don't know. That's maybe that they think they hear it. Like
no,
the way we're looking at this video, they
honey,
think they're hearing.
Dude, you're driving me nuts. You're driving me crazy.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Bye.
The way our eyes are like messing with us right now, I think their ears are messing with them.
Nothing is messing with anyone. This is a soundable GIF. Now, there's another thing up on the iBank today that I think is pretty cool, and it's this cheerleader who steps on air. All right, there she is. She's stepping up on the air and stepping over top of it.
Holy shit.
And you can see her in the middle of the air use her, push her weight down.
How is she doing that?
She's magic.
Oh my God.
By the way, I'm going to say this, and I never see it in the pros. I like an Asian cheerleader.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, this cheerleader, like my older brother, I was like in 5th or 6th grade, right? So she was a cheerleader for the Chichester High School Eagles. And when the Eagles would score a touchdown, the cheerleaders would throw these little mini footballs with like a car lot name on them into the stands.
Nice.
It was very exciting. And because Crazy Franny Nixon, like my older brother, she would throw the football directly to me, right? And I would catch it. And then my friends, and I go, none of you guys can catch fucking footballs. And they're like, she's throwing it right to you. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. But it was like maybe the best thing that ever happened to me.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Watch this girl.
She's amazing.
Send Jen in here. I want to see if Jen can do this. Because I know no guy could do this.
No, that's impossible what she just did.
Watch Jen with the world's worst run. Look at the pony run. And she tried to tell me.
Why are her arms like that?
I don't know. But she has a little bounce. Jen, didn't you tell me you were on the track team or something?
I was.
What did you run? What?
400 and 200 and the 100.
Did you run like a little pony then too?
I did, yeah. I did.
All right, so you're the only one of us that has any physicality. Watch this. She's standing on an air step, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now watch what she does.
Huh.
Could you do that?
No,
With your...
absolutely not. Oh my gosh.
Let's get you to try it.
Oh my God. I don't think I could. I don't
Let's just see.
What is it?
Isn't that amazing?
I'm trying to figure out what it is that's there.
She's miming, and she's able to pretend that she's stepping on air and then jumping over the thing.
Oh my god!
So let's see you try it.
I don't. I'll try, but I don't think I could do it. So she taps as if it's there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go lower.
Yeah, you go lower. Holy shit,
hard.
that was good. Wow. That was good.
It's a little too hard.
Yeah.
I'll try over that.
You did it!
I did? Really?
That was amazing.
Really?
Yes.
It doesn't feel like I'm doing it.
No, you did it. You nailed it. Get the video together for it. Maybe we'll put it up on the, I don't know what the social media is called. What is it now? Is it
Bennington
Vine? Is it Vine?
Instagram. Vine's dead.
Vine might be dead, but this is also came from Jill Lawson. I signed up for this thing called HQ, right? Now, HQ is a video question game. There's 10 questions, and you're playing against the world, and they put up these things. I'm playing the other night. The number of people who do that, it happens at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock at night, 270,000 people were playing at the same time.
Was it Saturday night? Because all of my girlfriend's roommates were playing, and it was 275,000 people.
I was playing against your girlfriend's roommates.
Oh my God.
It's basically, here's what I like about that. Me and your girlfriend's roommates are now connected because we're all answering the same questions at the same time. So people are like, oh, I don't like this. You know, I brought it up to people. They're like, I don't like this game. I want to answer questions when I want to answer. I'm like, look, you light millennial. The whole point is we're all playing together. It's very fucking exciting. Like when we played Search, Hurry Up and Search.
It was so exciting playing this fucking game. I don't have an iPhone, so I had to play like with someone. And just to see how many people drop off, it's great.
Yeah, they'll lose 80, 90,000 people in one question.
Yeah.
And then you'll just see people quit. Like, they'll go away. So you'll go from like 270,000, and then it'll be like 210,000, 8,000. And that's funny to me. So 3 o'clock, there's a game. Are you signed up?
I don't have an iPhone, so I can't play.
What fucking year is this, dude?
I have a Samsung Android phone.
Jet is standing on air and jumping.
I don't have shit.
He has those shitty green bubble texts.
I don't know what that means.
We look down on you every time you text us with your green bubbles.
Jen, with Gail not here, you have to be meaner to Chris. You got to say some stuff to Chris. I heard from Nico. Did I forward you that thing?
Yes, you did.
He's doing really great, and he loves the show. Nico is an old intern of ours who went on to be an RN working with people with heart problems, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And he said he loves the show every day, but he most likes when we get Chris mad. I'm like, well, that's easy enough, dude. I'll fucking do that for you every single day. I'm already telling you right now, with this year-end wrap-up, I'm going to work you until you end up in an insane asylum.
Oh, God. That doesn't sound pleasant.
Jen, do you go to the bad restaurants, the Applebee's, the Fridays?
I love Applebee's. I love Applebee's.
Why?
Like when I'm with my mom and we're just like, we're so hungry, we don't want to spend money. Applebee's is like a perfect option. Pretty delicious.
All right, so you like, but why don't you just then go to Burger King? Because it's the same fucking food.
I feel like Applebee's has more options for my vegetarian lifestyle. I don't think Burger King. I can only
you
eat
must
fries
be
at
in
Burger
trouble
King.
when you're on a car trip, right?
Yeah, I can't. I only eat like chips on a car trip. Yeah.
Oh, but what if you're driving across the country? You're like 5 days out on the road. You're just like, I don't know, I'll have some chips again. Will you drink a Coke?
I don't drink Coke. I don't like Coke.
What do you drink?
I was always like a root beer or
There's
like
meat in there. It's a root of meat.
What about Filet-O-Fish?
I like that. I do like that.
Ew.
I've never eaten a fillet of fish in my life.
I haven't
I
either.
don't even know what kind of fish it is. Do you?
I'm gonna guess cod.
Processed.
Yeah, I think it's called.
That's insane. Well, millennials love. Hold on. Jay in Chicago wants to tell Vito he's a dumb fucking piece of shit.
Specifically?
Jay, I can't wait to hear.
Yo, what's up, Ron?
Hey.
Yeah, so this whole silent GIF thing, there's lots of GIFs out there that have sound. There was a popular one probably, I don't know, 6 months to a year ago that people were passing around. And when you'd open it up, it looked like a normal meme or whatever, or a cat picture. And then a couple seconds into it, you would just hear knocking into the distance. It sounded like somebody's at your door. 9 times out of 10, people freak out, oh, somebody's here, take their headphones off, run to the door. And it was a real you could see YouTube videos of people reacting to it. There's different other GIFs out there that have the exact same thing.
Thank you very
So
much.
it's not as uncommon.
Right. So Vito, and even Chris in that fucking fact, because you backed up Vito.
At first, yeah.
You mean at first?
Look, he's the one who brought up this whole that no GIFs have sound on them.
GIFs.
I would have never
Is
made...
it a GIF or GIF?
It's a GIF. He's just a fucking...
The dude.
I've always called it a GIF.
It's a GIF. The dude who invented it, the guy who fucking created
Jeff.
GIF.
That guy's name is Jeff.
Jeff GIF. Fucking that said, it's pronounced GIF, everyone. So that's who we should fucking listen
Well, we
to.
took it and we made it our own.
No.
Young
That doesn't
millennials.
make any sense.
Look, Vito, I hate when you dig in like that. Just fucking when you're wrong about something, you're wrong. You're wrong about the sound of this. You're wrong about GIF. You're wrong about the fucking Mets. Across the board, you're wrong. You're wrong that your mom could come in here and dominate Chris.
I am 100% right about that.
Then where's she been,
Yes.
dude? He's here every day. Okay, looking like fucking Clemenza.
She's fucking dodging me, Ron, because she knows she's going to
He's
get
not
this shit
dodging
kicked
anybody,
out of
especially
her.
not somebody like him.
I know. I'm faster
I
on the
fucking
buzzer
watched.
than her.
I walked out
Dude.
my living room and I saw her just watching The Godfather, reciting it line for line on
Guess what,
Saturday.
dude? A lot of people's moms have fear. Accept it, all right?
Leslie Calise is no fear. No fear, Leslie.
My speed, knowledge, and memory retention will dominate.
Memory
Leslie.
retention.
This guy has a fucking college education from Hunter.
Thank you. Hunter College. You know who else went there? Ed Burns. Thank you.
A lot of Hunters go there, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're called the Hunter Hunters. That's the name of their football team.
We're very proud of them.
You should be.
There's a
They-
racquetball court in this basement.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Right? There's a couple,
I had
actually.
no idea that. You're fucking... No wonder you feel like you're equal with the Park fucking Avenue.
Thank you. I have access to a racquetball court.
Oh, you can go back as an alumni?
I believe I can.
Did anybody actually sleep at that college?
No, I think there's dorms like downtown, but that's a community
Yeah, they
college.
belong to NYU.
They're renting them.
They're not your fucking dorms. Their dorms are called apartments, and they're very expensive. Here's Hunter in New Jersey.
Hey guys, big fan. I'm just calling to say I do believe it is GIF because it stands for graphical interchange something.
Yes, but the man who invented it says pronounce it GIF.
Do you have any kind of audio of that, Chris?
I know it was in print.
Well, if you'll find it in print, I will accept.
All right.
But I'd rather have audio.
I would too.
See if you can put it on some kind of voice thing. Kyle wants to help you out, Jen, when you're traveling. Kyle, what's up?
I've been a vegetarian my entire life.
I'm
and
sorry.
Burger King Burger King just recently started making veggie burgers that are actually really good.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Why?
They
Their
started
fucking hamburgers aren't even very good. I'll tell you, here's an option for a vegetarian: a steak. And then when you get home, you get back on your vegetarian. But when you're on the road, have a steak for yourself. You eat eggs?
I do eat eggs, yeah.
You eat
I eat eggs.
But just, it's meat that you have the problem with.
Yeah, my mom actually tricked me on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I love it. She'd tell you she had faux turkey.
She tricked, because I like stuffing, and she told me that she was going to make a vegetarian stuffing.
Yeah.
So, she made it. I was like excited to eat it. I was eating it all day. And then I was like, Mom, it tastes like it has meat in it. She's like, no, that I swear to God, Jennifer, I didn't make any meat in it. I was like, Mom, I think I just took out a piece of pork. So she's like swearing up and down she didn't do it. And then later on, my sister goes in, because, we're fighting. And then she goes
Still?
in the...
Jesus Christ.
We're still not talking. And then she goes in the fridge and eats it. And she's like laughing with my mom, like, Mom, I love the ingredients you put in this. And then just start laughing. I was like, I heard you. I know now that there is meat in it. So they both played a little prank on me.
Well, did that hurt your feelings, or did you?
I was really like in front of my sister. I was like, I knew there was meat, whatever. And then my sister left. I was like, Mom, you owe me. You ruined my whole entire vegetarian diet.
Yeah, you're back. You got to get a white chip now. Now, your mom swears to God when she knows it's a lie.
Yeah, like
I could never do that.
That's
fucked up.
I know. That's
now, you and your sister are talking for how long?
Since August.
Holy shit!
What? And her birthday's on Wednesday, so
you gotta just squash this thing.
I was thinking about getting her a gift just to.
Jiff. It's pronounced Jiff. What are you gonna get her?
I was thinking concert tickets. I just don't know.
What show she want to go to? Something fucking terrible?
Yeah, some sort of trap. Music. Some sort of trap rap concert.
All right, so I found the inventor of the GIF, Steve
All right, let's
Wilhite.
listen, Vito. I want you to stop worrying about your mom being afraid of Chris and listen very intently to this. Hold on, he's doing something right now before you hit it.
Well, this is him accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 17th Annual Webby Awards. So this is what he was at.
Oh, the world famous Webby Awards that Eastside Dave. Wait for Vito, please. What is your hurry, dude?
I'm just making sure.
How long is this thing?
17 seconds.
Oh, man, I want 1 second. All right, Vito, put on your headphones. I want you to listen to this very closely.
All right, here we go. Here's Steve Wilhite.
Oh, God. You just made me listen to that music.
It's pronounced GIF, not GIF.
That's the name of it?
That was the opposite of having audio of that.
Scumbag.
You look like an idiot now.
I look like a fool. I don't know why Steve Wilhite wouldn't just say that.
But he didn't even put up the goddamn thing that you put up.
No.
But I agree with you. I think it's GIF.
It is
At least
GIF.
that's what choosy mothers choose.
It's delicious.
And some choosy mothers put meat in the stuffing. Now, here's something weird. So I'm down at Thanksgiving with my whole family, an extended family, everybody. So there's like a lot of people. They're grabbing the stuffing. They're like this. This is good filling. Pass me the filling. Everybody there was calling it filling. And I don't ever remember them saying that before.
So that just started right now? Like this
I don't
year?
know if it started or I never paid attention to the fact that my family said filling and not stuffing.
I think this is the thing that started right now because I think you would know it's filling instead of stuffing.
No, a lot of times shit happens in your family that you don't pay attention to. Now, you said that you and your sister are only fighting since August.
Yeah.
About her wearing your clothes.
Yep.
There's nothing else.
And the other, actually, it pissed me off more. This weekend, she goes out with her friend, and she went in my closet, took her shirt. My mom said she was gonna, sneak it back before I knew it was not there. But one of my friends sent me like Instagram video
GIF?
of her.
It was a GIF, wasn't it?
A GIF, and it was her friend dancing in my shirt. So she was gonna wear it, but then she got caught because she lent it to her friend, and then her friend was seen dancing at a club with my shirt on. So I don't.
Why don't you
I
do
can't
this?
forgive her.
You and your sister, why don't you just share clothes?
I don't like to share clothes because then stuff like that happens where she gives it to a friend. I never see it again. or she spills like a bunch of it just gets bad. One time she spilled like red wine on it, and I still couldn't get the stain out.
I'll just say this to you. It's your sister.
I
Okay?
know.
You're going to have lots of clothes in your life.
Yeah.
You got one sister.
2.
You got one sister. That's 100% your sister.
Yeah, that's true.
Real sister.
Like, would you lend your half sister your half shirt?
My half shirt.
Why don't you start taking your sister's clothes?
I've done that before.
But keep doing it.
But she has a bad temper. I'm kind of scared of her temper. See, that's the thing. She's not afraid of me.
No one should be afraid of each other. You're adults. You're afraid of each other when you're 5. Look. There's a one child. Look at Stanley, a one child, right? So here's what's that called when you're just a single kid? It's only child. Imagine if you're only child, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd weigh as much as these two.
Wait?
Yeah, because they have all the food in the world.
Yeah, because we just eat and eat.
Because they're eating enough for a whole family. And Vito's mom is afraid to come in and go against Chris.
She's fucking shook, Ron.
She's not shook.
She's fucking shook.
She's standing still. She's not shook whatsoever.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Spend the rest of the show without dropping the F-bomb.
All right.
And every time you do drop the F-bomb, you got to punch yourself in the forehead.
Oh, God. All right. Challenge accepted.
Good. You're not like Vito's mom. You accept the challenge.
Thank you. Yeah. I go after it. I want it. All right?
You know why? You've taken a big bite out of life, Chris.
Exactly. And now I have this lady on the west side just dodging me, just
Upper
saying,
West Side.
Whatever.
She's in a good class, so just don't.
I saw that stupid theater of yours the other day that you're bragging about. It is so far away from everything. It's unbelievable.
Which the one under the pyramid.
Yeah. First of all, I didn't even see the pyramid at the top because the pyramid's pretty big.
Yeah.
I see it from Jersey and it looks grotesque.
If you're standing under it, you have no idea what's going on.
It looks like the lobby of it. It looks like, the suburbs have come to the west side.
Ew.
That's where Vito lives, the west side.
I only see it
basically Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, he's a Hell's Kitchen boy.
I
Him
only
and
see
Leslie.
it when I'm in a cab on my way to Chelsea Piers, and I was actually thinking yesterday, like, I don't know who goes to movies over here.
I'm going to bring up a thing to you, Chris. Do you say Chelsea Pier or Chelsea Piers?
I say Chelsea Piers.
You say the whole thing.
I say plural. Yeah, Chelsea Piers.
I only say one. I say Chelsea Pier.
I go Piers.
What do you say?
Chelsea Pier.
Split.
Shit.
There is a thing about black people who plural things when they don't need to and singular. Why is that, Vito? You have nothing but black friends.
I don't know. I could get one on the line right now and ask him.
Hey, there's a picture of that Bar 9 party from the other night on the iBang in Jeffrey Gurian's column. Jeffrey is trying so hard to be black, but he comes off as 1970s black around all these young black guys.
Oh, no.
Keep going down.
Jeffrey.
What are you doing? You're going too far. You just went past the entire thing. That's Derek Gaines' crew.
The Dave.
Yeah.
Dave Temple.
Dave Temple's there.
Monroe Martin.
Monroe Martin. I forget her name, but she was made Philly. Go down a little bit.
Chloe Hilliard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go not so far. What is wrong with you? You're like a lunatic. Up to the fucking story. Well, this one comic's name is Keith from Up the Block. That is fucking hysterical. We got to get Keith from Up the Block on the show.
I wonder if that's his name on his ID to put him in the system.
And by the way, they call themselves the 6 Foot Nothing Crew. Those guys are fucking funny as shit. I don't know why that Jeffrey tries to get in with everybody.
He loves it.
Wait, keep going down. I want to see another. Yeah, there he is with all of his pictures. He's got his winter look going. Keep going down, Chris. You're driving me nuts. What's it? Please take off the. I hate Steven Singer everywhere I look. What are you just at the pictures? Go to the articles because I want to show you something else. See when you see my name. Keep going up. Oh my God, you're so fucking slow. He's got Adam Ray in there. He's basically doing our entire show this week. All right, I stopped off the visit with Ron Bennington, who performs all the time now at the Stand. and I got to see Ian Lara perform. Okay, Ian is around all the time. All the time. So don't you just act like you discovered him when you bumped into me at the stand.
What the fuck is Jeffrey doing?
He's doing his thing, as he put it.
He was very impressed with Ian Lara.
Does your sister have a steady boyfriend?
No.
What is it with these girls? They won't go steady with anybody.
I don't get it.
Nobody goes steady with us. That's the issue.
You got to be crazy then. Everybody always says to me how pretty you are, and I go, don't.
You're looking at yourself, Jen. You better yourself to find a man.
What's that mean?
Right.
I'm just saying, maybe maybe the men she's choosing is the problem.
Yeah, might be it. That might be the reason.
She's single. Vito's single.
No, we're friends and coworkers.
Oh, I thought you weren't single.
Oh, no, I mean, I am single.
You've been single since that girl fucking stepped on your heart, huh?
She ruined my whole life and ruined my heart.
Has she really?
At the moment, yeah. One day I'll get over it.
You think about her every day?
Yes.
Then, dude, maybe you need to be back with her.
No, she's
all right?
dead to me.
Huh?
She's dead to me.
She can't be dead so you even think about her every day. It's going to fuck your head
I think about her as like a dead person. Like
So you're in mourning.
Yeah, I'm in
like you lost her, even though she's walking around.
Yeah.
What about that girl that you almost took on the lobster boat? That fucking.
Oh, there it is! Forehead punch. Oh, that's it.
I'm gonna be doing a lot more today.
That's better.
That fucking hurt.
Seriously, that was good. I'm proud of you for that forehead punch.
I took the fucking. I took the challenge.
Forehead, not side of the head. Give yourself a forehead punch.
There.
That's it.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna do it
you
again.
Can't punch, dude.
I don't want to punch myself in the head. All right, one
and
more.
Don't curse.
Well, I don't want. I'm not gonna curse.
All right, go ahead.
One more. All right.
Yeah.
There.
That was a good shot in the forehead.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna leave a mark.
That'll be the only mark you leave.
Oh, God damn it.
I think God damn it should be part of it.
Oh, come on, you gotta give me that.
So I went to this thing last night and listened to these Protestants, which to me, by the way, is like, and there goes, I'm going to say a prayer. I go, shouldn't we have a priest here for that? Because you're just a regular guy saying a prayer. So here's this Protestant. He's saying this. This is a church for Protestants, Catholics, Muslims, Jews, those who have trouble finding faith, and those who can never find faith. All is welcome here. And I yell out, is this a church or a mall? Because you're saying nothing matters.
You guys set up rules, man.
Nothing matters at this church.
It's not a church.
Drew in L.A.
Ronnie, $1 million, brother.
Thanks, million to you too.
Listen, Vito, I heard the sound, and Jen, my question to you and to everybody is lying about meat in a vegetarian dish as bad as putting alcohol in a sober person's drink?
No, I think that one is even worse.
Yeah.
And I know a person who spiked a watermelon and didn't tell anybody. And you know, we have a lot of people who are sober, not because they choose to be sober, because if they start drinking, they become a fucking maniac and they stay out there for years. To me, this is like saying, if someone said to me, there's no boogers in this food. You know what I mean? Like, I would be gagging after. Now, booger isn't going to kill me.
No.
You don't eat meat because you would think you hate the thought of eating flesh, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's a choice.
Yeah.
She's made it. You can't. Why couldn't you make a separate filling for the people? See, I think filling means this. Filling means when you put the stuffing back in the turkey or stuff it, right?
Yeah.
But ever since stovetop stuffing, a lot of people make it away from the turkey.
Yeah.
So I think filling does work in that case. I just don't know why I never noticed my family saying it before. And Vito, don't bring up anything about me watching a Protty fucking light set off.
I'd never heard about that thing either, and I've lived here my whole life.
It's been going on from 1945. It's on Park Avenue. Your family's not fucking welcome there unless it's to clean the toilets out. They're better than fucking Chris, and they're better than you.
I don't think they're better than me.
I know they're better than you.
I don't even like that they're drinking white wine.
By the way, you just said F-bomb. You said, I don't fucking think they're better than me.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, that's good, though. You got it over in one punch now. You didn't have to pepper yourself.
I didn't even hit I just hit the front knuckles. It hurt even more for some reason.
Yeah, you're going to hurt your knuckles more than your head.
It's more fucking
Oh! Oh, man. That one. Now you're getting mad at yourself.
Yeah, Ron,
that
I'm
might
getting
be
mad at myself.
But you know what might
Yeah.
be great about that, Chris?
Yeah.
Is you're teaching yourself.
I'm not sure if I'm learning yet.
You stopped yourself twice.
Yes, I did.
That means it's working, dude. It's fucking working.
Sounds really fun to say that word.
Dave in Iowa.
Hey guys, I think I can settle this GIF thing once and for all.
Good. Thank
Chris,
you.
when you answer the phone, somebody's calling, you don't know who it is. What do you say generally?
I say hello.
Hello.
Really? Because the guy who invented the phone, Alexander Graham Bell, wants us all to say ahoy.
Well, he didn't want us to say that. There just wasn't a reason to say hello before that, because you would just see each other. You know, people would see each other, and that would be it. Now, he said ahoy because he invented the boat phone. Ahoy! I don't think I've ever yelled out ahoy in my life unless it was ironically. Or I went some chips ahoy.
I stand corrected, and then it's the holiday season. If you're wondering what to get Chris, he would like some gift cards to some of his favorite stores. So
I get what you're doing. It's totally different. All right.
You know, today Hershey came out with the first Hershey candy bar in 20 years. Now, you want to hear something crazy? There's no chocolate in it.
No, then it's not a Hershey.
No, it looks like it's good, though.
What is it?
I don't know. Put it up. Just put new Hershey bar.
Hershey Gold?
Yeah, that's it. 22 years since they had this.
What was the last one?
I think it was Hershey with almonds. It looks fucking delicious, though. It's caramelized cream, but what are you doing, dude? I'm fucking reading it to you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Let's go for a picture of it.
What are you, a child? Why can't you read a chapter book for 5 minutes? This is why I couldn't take you out with the Proudies last night.
No, it would not have gone well.
The last candy bar before this was the cookies and cream bar in 1995.
Thank you. You're so much better than fuck nuts. Who can't even say his own name.
I'm F nuts.
So this Protestant, I guess it's a minister. I don't know how he would get that title. He goes like this. We are not sure if there's a God or if he even had a son. And we certainly don't want to offend anyone. I mean, you got to dig in. It's about the Lord.
Take a stand.
And they sang Jingle Bells. Can you imagine singing Jingle Bells at a real church?
No, that should be impossible.
Thank you, Chris.
He should be fired from whatever.
Fired from what? He's running the joint. He actually said this. We will be collecting some money. It all goes in my pockets for suits since I don't get a nice uniform sent to me from Rome.
Those get sent from Rome? It's nice.
Yeah. Rome's running the whole fucking show.
I know that, but I know they were sending out. They had clothes makers out there.
Why do you think you think you go to the mall and pick yourself up?
I thought maybe they're like getting made in China or something. I didn't.
China? Where do you think the Catholic Church is based? Fucking Peking?
No, but I'm thinking that they might outsource the making of the collars and the.
Why am I discussing this with a Jew? Hey, what happened to the guy that was going to trace for Chris?
I have to reach back out to him because we were talking over the break and then all communication stopped.
Yeah, probably got fucking annoyed with you. Paul, what's up?
Hey, buddies. When Chris was talking to Jen about her sister and dating, he did say the word fucking and nobody caught it. So I believe he owes us a retroactive punch to the forehead.
Go ahead, do it. But here's the thing.
There should be no retroactive punches.
No, anybody can catch you, us or the listeners. Now, that's it? That's his little punch?
I nailed my head, man. My teeth broke.
You probably shouldn't have your teeth clenched together when you punch.
I'm angry. Again, punching in the head by myself. Yeah, you got your retroactive punch. You happy?
Not really, because that was just like a tiny little rabbit punch. It's the Bennington show. Gail Bennington under the weather, but she would like you to pick up one of the beautiful Bennington T-shirts that we have.
And you can get that shirt at BenningtonShow.com or the iBankShop.com. Make it a Merry Christmas for everybody.
Man, you really have gotten smaller and smaller on your sales pitch, dude. I don't want to see your stupid QB runs of all time. Then you have another story I was interested in, Chris.
All right, so Metacritic has put together the most well-reviewed TV shows of the last 17 years, since 2000.
So this is the critics basically picking TV show of the year.
Yes.
Now, I purposefully did not look at this because I wanted to see whether I agreed or disagreed with you and Metacritics.
So it begins,
take us to 2000.
It begins in the year 2000.
In the year 2000. How come you're not singing that, Vito? It's from your favorite show.
Love him.
I was too excited that we were getting a Conan reference just now that I just started giggling.
Go ahead.
And now the TV shows, they can show up multiple years depending on the season.
Who cares,
All right.
Chris?
All right,
Jesus.
so 2000. Do you have a guess as to who?
No, I don't want to guess. Just tell me. I'll tell you whether I agree or not.
Sopranos, season 2.
Well, I preferred season 1, but I guess that would have been 1999.
Yeah, that was before.
I got no problem with The Sopranos.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
Then 2001, The Office UK version, first season.
I didn't even know that was 2001. I thought that was 2002. Yeah, I mean, that show, people already forget, mind-blowing show.
Yeah, it was
when it came
amazing.
out.
And then 2002 was The Office season 2, UK version.
I preferred season 1, but I can understand it.
2003,
yeah,
The Office UK season 3.
Wasn't that just a special?
The Christmas special, yeah.
That's ridiculous that would win the whole year.
Yeah, that was the best reviewed show.
All right, but you know what? I get it. I understand where they're at. By the way, that Christmas episode was delightful.
It was amazing.
And I know a lot of people turned on Ricky before that, but this was mind-blowing when this series came out.
2004, The Wire season 3.
Wire's a great series. I didn't watch it until way after.
I think season 3 was a little lackluster. I thought season 2 was better.
You're the only person who did.
I don't know why people don't believe
You
me.
know why? Because we don't care about white people working at the docks. We care about those black guys that were, what did they call it when they were, slinging rock.
Those corner boys slinging rock.
I love the slinging rock stories.
Those are great too. But I just thinking Frank Zabaka deserves some love in season 2.
Nobody likes the Zabakas.
The Zabakas.
His own
great.
son didn't even like him.
I gave up on the show because of season 2.
You're the worst.
You gave up?
I couldn't get past season 2.
You ought to get back on it and then quit before season 5.
Yeah, treat season 4 as the last one. 2005, Deadwood season 2.
I never made it through season 1.
I never watched Deadwood. I've only seen one episode.
From what I understand, everyone's like, please try it again.
Yeah.
They do that with Deadwood and Mad Men with me. I'm like, want some outs? I'm out.
No more.
You know?
No more.
I treat it with my like I do my ex-families. I go, I'm leaving all of you, not just your mom.
In 2006 was The Wire season 4.
I like that one a lot. That was the one where they went to school.
Yeah, that was the
They
best
were
season.
slinging rock there.
They were slinging rock, yeah. Some of those kids ended up slinging rock. Spoiler alert.
Look how dumb these kids look in these school. Like, you're supposed to look nicer because you dress like that. And they all look like shit. All their pants are baggy. Their shirts are shitty looking. And look at this girl's shoes. That's like the worst thing I ever saw in my life.
2007, Curb Your Enthusiasm season 6.
What happened season 6?
I think that's the season when the blacks moved in.
Well, JB Smoove, that season was my favorite season at all. And the very last episodes where he had joined their family, I'm like, please make this the end of Curb. It's so funny. It was great. We're doing that on Mass with JB Smoove this week.
That's Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I know it is, Chris.
It's for his book, Leon. The 2008, The Wire season 5, which
Hold
I
on,
disagree
we got a problem. Go ahead, Fernando.
Chris, when describing Jeffrey Graham, said, "What the fuck is he doing?" I believe that's a punch to the forehead.
Punch to the forehead, Chris. Thank you for catching him.
Ooh.
Ow.
Anyone who hears Chris drop an F-bomb or an effing bomb. 844 rock God to get him to punch himself in the forehead.
Forehead's starting to hurt.
If you don't knock yourself out, then I know you can't throw a punch. Because you're not even defending yourself. Now, you're saying you don't like that season, but here's the deal, Chris. Maybe everything else was shitty that year.
Yeah, I don't know what else was on that
Big
year.
Bang Theory, is that what you would be picking?
I mean, that McNulty storyline was really ridiculous. There had to be something better.
I hated McNulty anyway. I think I hated every white guy on that show, but I loved all the black rock slingers.
I mean, just making up a serial killer was insane.
McNulty's fucking blows. He blows on every show he's ever done.
That was season 1 of Breaking Bad, too. 2008.
Good call.
All right,
Breaking Bad should have got it.
So Metacritic doesn't know anything.
All right.
Mad Men 2009, season 3 of Mad
Wouldn't
Men.
know. I understand a lot of people liked it, though.
Season 3 was a good season. I'd say that, yeah, that deserves it. 2010, Mad Men season 4.
No, enough.
In 2011, Breaking Bad season
Hey, you called it, Vito, just 2 years too early. That was such a good show.
Yeah. And then 2012, Breaking Bad season 5.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of Breaking Bad. 2013, Enlightened season 2. I've never seen it.
Not only did I watch it, but we had her in. So you are the worst producer I've ever heard of. You have a guest come in and watch their project.
You're right.
This is the thing about her. I mean, she must be a good actor because she like played a nut. She annoyed me so much, but I kept watching it. But like, she was a train wreck. A fucking train wreck.
2014, Game of Thrones season 4.
I never saw it.
It was a good season. It deserves to be there.
Yeah.
You watch it?
I love Game of Thrones.
I didn't even know that about you.
Yeah, she's really into
Wow.
Jon Snow.
Then you can't wait till the new Avengers come out. You know, I just heard so much about Jon Snow. I thought he was going to be this fucking stud. Instead, he's just this chippy little boy.
He's a little twink, Ron. I don't get why women are losing their mind over him.
You know what? That's an anti-gay slur that you said.
That's not anti-gay. Twink is just like a description of a person.
Yeah, but you're saying don't like him. He's a twink.
Yeah, I don't like him because I don't know what women see in him.
You don't like twinks, is what you're saying. That's the thing.
I don't like that specific twink, and he is a tiny little
Why don't
twink.
you just use the other F word because that's what you're thinking?
No, I will not.
Look at this. Trump is out in Utah, and they're going fucking buck wild for him. It's like you two just came into fucking into Belfast. Did you guys see you two the other night?
No, I didn't.
Lackluster.
Really?
Don't know what they're up to. That was a really bad SNL.
Was it?
From fucking pillar to post.
Oh, the girl from Lady Bird was the hosting, right?
Yeah.
Saoirse. Yeah.
The girl from Lady Bird, he calls her because he looks down on women.
I don't look down on
She's a woman now, not a girl.
I didn't know how to pronounce her name, so I just went with girl.
Why wouldn't you say the lady or the woman?
The young lady who is in Lady Bird, the star of it.
Young Lady Bird.
Young Lady Bird. 2015 was Fargo season 2.
No problem with me there. I
No,
have
yeah.
1 and 2 in.
2016, Rectify.
I never even heard of this show.
No, I don't know. And it's the season 4. I don't know what this is.
Did any of you ever hear of Rectify before?
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't even know who's in it.
Rectify.
Adam Young, Luke Kirby. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what channel this is on. I don't know anyone in it. Maybe we should be watching it. And then for 2017, The Leftovers season 3 they have, which I didn't watch.
Wow.
I would have picked Leftovers season 1.
Yeah, I watched
You
the
got
first
rid of the
season.
fucking, what is it called? Rectify?
Rectify, yeah.
What's it about, Rectify?
All right, I'm looking that up now.
And where's it playing now? Is it streaming on Hulu? On
Looks like it's streaming now on Amazon Video.
You mean Amazon Prime when you say that?
Amazon Prime, yes.
And it was originally on Sundance TV.
Oh, that's why I didn't say it.
Daniel Holden must put his life back together after serving 19 years on Georgia's death row before DNA evidence calls his conviction into question.
Was this a comedy?
A dramedy.
His DNA still hadn't dried in all those years?
That's weird.
They finally got it to dry out.
It seems like that guy ain't rectifying anything.
So this is the show without Gail. You're just reading a fucking list for half an hour. I mean, this is what you bring, Chris?
I thought it was interesting.
That's it? That's the end of it?
Yeah, that's it. That's we're at 2017.
No one brought up Kevin Can Wait?
Nothing about Kevin Can Wait. These critics are harsh. All they love is
the moon is a harsh mistress, my friend. Chuck, Boston.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
I got a way you can back up your Jiff argument. How does Toys R Us spell Jeffrey Giraffe?
with a G.
Jeffrey Giraffe, right? GEO Giraffe. It's spelled with a G too. That's how you can back up your argument.
But my argument's already backed up by the dude who created it, calling it GIF.
Yeah, we heard that song that you played to prove it.
I've been calling it a gift, and I just decided to take your side because, you know, you're probably right.
Thank you. I am right. I know I'm right.
Shrekker says, what I got to do to get a dick in my mouth? I mean a signed Bennington show poster. We're going to give them out tomorrow because we're going to have them signed. But Gail Ann is under the weather today. I guess we're all under the weather. I mean, the weather's above us.
Yeah.
No one's ever, hey, it's raining on my feet, nowhere else. Remember when Vito tried to say that the sky started at the ground and everybody got so mad at him and he would never give in? And then we're like, prove it. Have your mom come in and beat Chris. And she never would do it.
She can't. No, why? Because she can't beat me. If she came in here, I'd mop the floor with her. It'd be embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed.
Do you know what the
assault, brother?
Do you know what the main character of The Godfather's name is, Chris? Vito. And she has a tattoo that says Vito on her back. So what do you have?
She does? She has a tattoo of you?
It just says Vito.
That would only be cool if you died.
she also has my dad's name, so it evens out. But
then whenever her new boyfriends are banging her doggy style, they got to see what's so funny about that? That's acceptable sex between adults.
I know.
And why are you laughing like a child? Jen, I want to squash this beef with you and your sister. All right? Okay. Not Israel, Palestine. I'm going to make this easy. Share your clothes.
Okay.
Do you know how many people out there would love to share their clothes?
That's true. I mean, we're just not the same size either.
Yeah, but who's bigger?
I'm bigger.
Yeah, so it's not like you're stretching it out.
Stretching hers out. Yeah. Okay.
Her little breasts are probably swimming in your blouse. So this is all worked out now. Vito, you get back together with your Chris. All right? Tell Chris how much you love him and tell him that he's better at Godfather trivia than your mom.
Just say it, man.
You're not better at Godfather trivia than Leslie.
I am. I should just win by default.
This isn't the way we're getting back together.
I'm not gonna give Chris the satisfaction of that. My mom would fucking wash the floor with him.
You should punch himself
wash the floor and mop the floor, and he had already said it.
Yeah.
You don't wash the floor with this
She would
competition.
take him like a washcloth and
Like
she
a
would just
cock.
get all over that floor.
Vito, don't try to fucking talk dozens. You can't pull it off.
Just give her a time.
This
location.
isn't the way that you and Chris get back together. I want a Christmas miracle with Chris.
Yeah. I need one, man.
I'm not going to turn on my mom.
No one said you had to turn on your mom. Just admit the truth. She's dodged him.
She doesn't know anything about The Godfather.
See? He's making it about something else.
You know what?
3.
I'm going to say this. Your mom would come in and be Chris in Lifetime movies because he doesn't know anything about it.
She doesn't even like Lifetime movies. She loves The Godfather. And my Aunt Nancy, she could wash the floor with him at Lifetime movie trivia.
It's mop the floor.
Fuck.
Maybe I should start having you punch yourself in the forehead.
Come on, we look alike.
Can I punch Chris in the forehead every time I say fuck?
Dude, I bet you couldn't even knock him out if I let you punch him anywhere in his fucking face.
No way. This jaw's
I could take Chris out one punch.
No way.
I 100% think I could knock out Chris in one punch.
You could not knock me out.
I've seen you even throwing a punch. You don't look like you've ever thrown a punch in your life. You look like a guy who grasps people and tries to bring them to the ground.
I have knocked out bigger people than Chris in one punch.
Yeah, but they had glass jaws, Ron.
You claim that you're a street fighter?
No, I'm not claiming I'm a street fighter.
Are you saying I could take you to the UFC right now? And you'll be able to wash the carpeting with them?
Washing floors up and down the hallway.
I'll shampoo the carpeting with you, Chris Stanley.
I don't want to do that.
Just a nice Trump. Is that Pence with him? No, that's fucking Orrin Hatch looking that old.
Wow.
He wants Orrin Hatch is like 80 something. He wants him to run again so Mitt Romney won't get in.
What?
Yeah, he hates Mitt Romney, like all of us.
Why is he speeding past him on the?
Well, he doesn't wait for his own wife here, and he's not going to wait for that old man. You know why Trump says he hates Mitt Romney?
Why?
Mormon. He said we should try to send all the Mormons back to Mexico. Mitt lived down there in a Mormon, I don't want to say commune because I don't know what it was, but compound at least.
Yeah.
He had the compound media. Rectify me. I can't believe I've never heard of a show.
No, it's 4 seasons in.
Joe in Salt Lake.
Hey, Ronnie B. Just watching the president land here in Salt Lake, and he's got a blonde aide, and she's throwing packs of cigarettes into the crowd.
Get out of here. That'd be great if it was true, though.
I'm serious. I got it right here.
Why would you be throwing ciggy butts at these Mormons?
I looked it up. They're presidential cigarettes.
What?
You're drunk. He's the
liar.
Look it up.
He's just making you look up stuff, Chris, and if you do it, you're stupid.
I'm not going to Google that, Ron.
Lewis in Manhattan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Before I get to what I'm going to say, that Toys R Us defense that guy tried to come up for you, that's bullshit because they spelled Toys R Us with the R backwards, so they don't know shit. They don't know G's.
You know what? I'm dyslexic, so I never knew that was backwards. And that's why I don't read, Chris.
What I was calling about is anytime I hear Chris do any of these lists or any of these like TV show lists, nobody brings up Dead Like Me. I thought that was like one of the best shows out there and one of the funniest. I think they only did like 2 or 3 seasons. You gotta check that out.
I never watched it.
Oh, it's great, man. It is, man. It is one of the best.
Is she a ghost?
Watch it. And it's short anyway. You only got like 2 or 3 seasons, so just watch it.
Yeah, I didn't say I was in a hurry. You know what I mean? I'll sit and watch it.
Yeah, no, it's great. But don't watch the TV movie. The TV movie's awful.
I won't. I'd rather kill myself than watch that TV movie.
Don't watch it, Ron.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good, man.
Peace.
All right.
844 Rock God, 844 Rock God. A lot of people think that this argument with Chris is Vito's going to end it with him crying. I can see that because Vito gets so mad that he starts yelling and crying at the same time.
He gets very emotional. Me? I'm ice cold, Ron.
That's cooler than being cool. That's where you got that from. You just heard it a little bit.
That's right.
Now, when you and your sister fight, are there tears?
On her part, yeah. She's emotional.
Aww.
Yeah. She's.
And you're the cold one.
Yep.
You're the Chris Stanley of the game.
Yeah.
Well, did she say, I love you. Why are you fighting with me?
No.
I love you. You're my sister. I just want to go to the club. If I was at the club and I was DJing, I would yell, all the ladies in the house raise their hands.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks. That would be my thing to yell out. Vito would be yelling out about how to get the Bennington t-shirt.
Be like, hey, ladies, go to BenningtonShow.com or go to the iBankShop.com to get your t-shirts here in the club. Links up.
Now, Jen, you were saying that you were interested in the royal family, right?
Yes. Love.
Last night, I'm watching a game. They put up a picture of Andrew and then Pennsylvania, right? And they're like, look, these two look amazing alike. I'm like, really? They look like any other redheaded guy with a beard that I've ever met in my life.
That's it. Just redhead dudes, just all look alike.
The people that look most alike each other, no matter where you go in the world, redheads with red beards and special needs kids. Now, what did you want to know about the royal family?
Over the weekend, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, they went to, like their event. They're doing their walkthroughs right now. And she was told, like, someone asked her, oh, can we take a selfie? Because you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
So she was like, no, I'm not allowed to take selfies. And that's because it's a royal family rule.
What?
Yes,
Yeah.
they have to have dignity. They're the royal family.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know there were rules.
Yep.
You didn't know there were rules. There's nothing but rules. That's the most difficult thing in the world to belong with. You're not allowed to use the wrong hand to shake. You're not allowed to go up. Like, they can't eat at a buffet. That's part of the thing because it doesn't look royal. How did you not know there were rules to being a royal?
I had no idea that there were rules to being a royal. I thought
It's
all right,
100% formal, like it was the Middle Ages.
sounds like a nightmare to be a royal.
I don't know how you got on the radio. You know zero about anything that comes up. Look, there's the famous grab him by the pussy thing. That's the woman that he wanted to grab by the pussy. And Billy Bush is back in. He said, yeah, Trump absolutely said grab him by the pussy. But you know who can't say that? The royals.
So my question is, would you be able to follow those rules?
No, zero. I can't even follow the rules of anything. I'm way too casual for anything.
But would you at least be willing to try if you fell in love with a person of the royal family?
That's a great question, and I would say for the benefit of everyone, no. I would say, I love you, quit being a royal and come with me, but I can't be there and live like you. I can't go around the shopping centers while everybody comes by. You're not allowed to say something to the queen first, all kinds of shit like that. No, it's very formal.
You're not even allowed to, if the queen stops eating, then everybody has to stop eating. There's no, people still
Can you
nibbling
imagine
their last
Stanley in
meal.
that as fast as he wolfs down food? You just have to tell him, please stop picking stuff off the queen's plate.
She didn't look like she wanted to eat it.
Dude, yeah, the formality of the royal family it's constant. That's why they have that big farm and shit, so they can just go be by themselves.
So they have to deal with the formality so that...
Yeah, then they can be themselves. But they said, even in their private life and with each other, they keep the formalities going all the time. There isn't any we're off stage because it's not fake to them. They live like royals.
Yeah.
Now, me and you, Chris, will never be royals. That's not in our blood. My friends and I have cracked the code. Oh, see, I sing it like the clown. Like the crazy clown. I don't sing it like Lord.
Puddles.
Yeah, Puddles the clown. He takes his lamp and leaves. Puddles the clown. He was at Moon Tower, crushing it. Just crushing it everywhere at Moon Tower. I'm looking forward to Moon Tower this year. I'm going to go out of my way and say it. It's my favorite of all the festivals.
It's so much fun there.
My least favorite festival?
What's that?
Festival of the Broken Glass. Hurts my feet. By the way, do you love puddles?
I love, yeah. It's a little scary, though.
More than Lords? Well, you're afraid of clowns.
Yeah,
I don't have that thing. I went to it and said, he's cute. But we'll never be royals. You like Lord?
I love Lord.
Vito?
Kind of. Not a big fan.
I like Lord. I like Lord a lot.
I liked her, and then Bowie said she was great, and that made me love her. Because I love what Bowie loves. Cock! We got to take a break here, but we want to remind everybody that you can get the Almost Bennington t-shirt. I just see Maureen and her family and her dog had their Bennington t-shirts, and I loves it. And I'm pulling on my ear right now. And I would have done that on the AA show, but I didn't see the tweet in time, nor was I told by my so-called producers.
My apologies.
Chris, call me fuck Stanley.
FF Stanley.
And Vito, my mom's a coward, Carlisi.
A sad coward.
Don't be like Chris FF Stanley.
If you're like... I'm actually doing the right thing now. Go and plug your thing.
Go to Bennington.
If you're like most... What are you doing, Vito?
Go to Bennington. Go to BenningtonShow.com to get your t-shirt, or go to the iBankShop.com, and don't be like Chris Fucknut Stanley.
If you're like most people and you still have no clue what to get anyone for the holidays, Nest wants to make the holidays easier for you right now. Buy any Nest product over $99 and get a Google Home Mini for free. That's right. Any Nest product purchase over $99 will get you a Google Home Mini at no extra cost. Google Home Mini is a voice-activated speaker with the Google Assistant built in. They say it helps you get answers, manage your day, and get hands-on free help around the house. You can ask if your flight is on time or to add eggnog to your shopping list. Nest products and Google Assistant work together to control your smart home. So you can say things like, make it warmer, and your Google Assistant will turn up your Nest thermostat. You need to hurry, though, because this offer ends December 31st. Go to Nest.com or visit the nearest Best Buy, Target, or Home Depot. With Nest and Google Home Mini, the holidays just got a mini bit better. It's the Bennington Show Monday. We've been going over stuff that we're going to do on the year-end wrap-up stuff. It's complicated, but it's going to be a great wrap-up. And coming up in about a half hour, we have New York's power couple.
Pat Dixon and Mandy Stadtmiller are going to be stopping by right around 2 o'clock.
They are married to each other.
Yes.
And quite happy, unlike Vito and his ex-girlfriend, who Vito thought one day he'd be married, but it did not work out that way.
No.
She found him to be wanting.
Exactly. And now he's just lonely and, I don't know, apparently just pining over this woman still.
He was measured and weighed and found to be not of good stock.
Less than. Not up to her snuff.
Here's what I want you to do to get a new girl, Vito. Aim lower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. West Side Street Trash would be perfect.
like literal street trash or actual women?
See her blowing around with the rest of the street trash. You know what I'd like to see you with? A crackhead.
They don't have a lot of needs other than crack.
That's a big need, though. I mean, if you don't give them the crack they want, they're not easy to get along with.
But crack is pretty cheap for the most part, right?
Is that right?
I think it is. I believe crack, I mean, it's cheaper than cocaine.
Maybe it is, Vito, but it's constant.
Yeah, you're smoking a lot of crack.
I'm
all
not
the
smoking,
time.
though. She is. So if I don't smoke, then I could just support her bad habit.
All right, you do it. Try it for a week.
And then she's not eating too much, so it evens out.
When's the last time you saw someone smoking crack? Because it's very rare. I haven't even stepped on any vials in a long time.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone smoke crack. No, wait, yeah, I saw someone freebase. That's kind of like crack.
Let me tell you, I've seen people doing it on trains. But I will say this. You know when people stopped smoking crack? And I mean, it was an epidemic, Chris. It was terrible.
Oh, my God.
But there was a slogan called Crack is Whack that made people, you know, this is whack. Now, I was watching on the CBS Sunday morning show, or maybe it was City Mix. I can't remember. But they were showing in the city of Toronto. They've set up tents where you can go in and shoot fentanyl, and they will keep an eye on you and run the thing because so many people have died in the streets.
Oh, my. I didn't know it was that bad in Toronto.
In any place except for New York City. Only one borough that there's an oxy problem, Staten Island.
Yeah.
The most suburban of all the boroughs, Staten Island.
And everyone's on oxys and roxys.
And I think that's going to change now that Jersey Shore is coming back with the original cast. Florida Bama has got nothing on the original cast. No. So this is going to be an exciting season. They're taking their kids to daycare. There's another thing.
Are they GTLing?
No, right? That's all done.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
God damn it.
There's one they're just going for dad body. And Paulie's playing weddings.
Oh, man. He was playing clubs just a couple of years ago.
Duck clubs?
Yeah, duck clubs, yeah. He was very popular.
He's the only one of it that came out making money for himself.
Yeah, the situation... He started a vodka line and did a bunch of shady.
Vinny got a TV show.
He didn't pay any taxes, and he's way in debt over it, in big trouble. I was surprised that MTV even brought him back.
JWoww's doing okay, I think.
How?
I see her pushing bras, and she was on a celebrity. She was on like one of those celebrity couples therapy shows.
I know that.
Is that doing well though? I mean, she's in therapy or
Couples
marriage is falling
therapy.
apart.
Chris, you and your girlfriend should go now that things are going well.
You're right.
Have you guys had one fight yet?
No, we haven't had any real arguments.
Holy shit!
I'm
And
weirded out.
You and your other chick were screaming at each other all the time.
Towards the end, there were a lot of. There was
And a lot of it, she said there was money missing from her purse.
No, I wasn't stealing from her.
What kind of business is this new girl in?
She works in a startup here in New York City, a startup website. That's all I want to give out, really. But it's a startup.
Would it be something I've heard of before?
No,
Is it Snapchat?
It's not Snapchat, and I'm still not sure what the.
Here, write it down
what
for
does.
me, and I'll see what they do.
I can tell you like the industry they work in, but
I'll be able to look at this and I'll know the industry.
you won't be able to know the industry. I'll write down what the industry is too.
Is that an O to end there?
Yeah,
And is there an I before it?
I'll just write it down. I don't want to give it out.
But you wrote it down and I can't make out.
I'll write it with a keyboard.
Okay. There's only 5 letters and 2 of them I didn't get. I know exactly what that is.
Really?
It's real estate. You know what I got? Root word.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm good at knowing root words. Okay? That's my thing in life. I could be in a carnival and you come up, you tell me what industry you're in, and I'll know from the root word. That'll be my deal.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I couldn't get anybody. Nobody wanted to do it. I got everybody from Scott Paper. And the part I got it from was the paper.
Okay.
Which really comes from a papyrus.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'll tell you the way I've been going lately. I set fucking fire to the rain, Chris. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been on the edge. I saw the first episode of this Johnny Carson thing.
How was it? Sounds very interesting.
I'm not going to judge it by the first episode. I'll just say the parts of it I liked, I thought were pretty cool, and the parts of it I didn't like could keep me from being a fan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And fan, the root word for that is fanatic, okay?
It's another root.
Fanatic.
What is it on Netflix? Which of the services?
It started on CISO, like Big J.
Okay.
CISO committed suicide. So now I believe it's over on Amazon Prime. Every time I get a book delivered, I watch another one. Also, Hulu instead of Amazon Prime, if I'm going to be totally honest. And Hulu comes from hula hoops. That's the root word.
I had no idea of that.
Mm-hmm. I had to teach a fucking class in root words.
I feel like an idiot. I don't know anything about roots.
Well, you didn't even know you were part Jewish. That's how bad you are with your roots.
Yeah, turns out I'm a 5th Ashkenazi Jew. I'm never going to find out what 5th that was because that guy won't get back to Vito.
You've never put down a 5th in your life. Hulu.
I have a Hulu account. I believe I share it with Gail.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You two are close. Did you see that the Pontiac Silverdome couldn't even blow itself up properly?
I saw that. The demolition experts screwed up. They're like, yeah, it's built too well.
Yeah, sure it is. You guys just don't know how to blow shit up.
You have one job, destroy that building, and you can't pull it off.
You tell me the towers weren't built well, and a couple of guys with fucking wire cutters could come in there. Well, box cutters. This is embarrassing.
It's so bad. So there you go.
Somebody's fucking fired for that.
They have, and this thing's been abandoned for a while now.
Now, Jen is my only hip hop person. Jen, have you seen this toddler freestyling? Because this may be my favorite thing in the whole world. So let's put up this video of this toddler. Jen, you as a person who actually had a hip hop radio show interviewing freestylers, tell me if you think this little girl is good.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here's the kid.
How long does it take you Chris?
It's the internet around here.
Yet it wasn't on morning, was it?
Maybe it's more traffic in the building right now.
That's a good point. I never thought of that.
All right, here's this child. The title on the iBang is Toddler Freestyles.
You don't even rhyme like a cup tree weed. You don't even do like a tree weed.
Yeah.
You don't do like a tree weed.
Yeah.
On this microphone, you know y'all crazy. I'm not gonna throw this microphone away. You gonna shut up and stop recording me. I'm a finger dead.
All right, let's give it a stop. Jen, what do you think of the little kid?
I think she has a lot of potential.
I'll say this. That song's as good as any hip-hop song I've ever heard in my life.
She's basically Cardi B.
Yes, because there's no difference. It's an art form so good a child can do it. You better stop recording me. I totally, after seeing this cute girl, I totally got Angelina Jolie now. I see why that's all she wants to adopt. Because that looks like a lot of fun to have that kid in your house.
Oh, this kid's great.
Yeah.
Ain't this the bad thing?
No.
All right, hold on. Here's Meatface in Utah. Meatface.
Hey, Ron, I found a video of the president's assistant throwing cigarettes.
What is it?
It's president's assistant throws cigarettes in the crowd on YouTube.
There's no possible way this could be true.
Throw cigarettes in the crowd.
And this just
Throws
happened
cigarettes
today?
At crowd. Yeah, just less than an hour ago. There. You find it?
Yeah, I searched president assistant throws cigarettes at crowd, and nothing's coming up on YouTube.
Do a Google search.
He's bullshitting you, man. Meatface is bullshitting
He's
you.
screwing with me.
100%.
How would why would anyone allow that? Nothing is as bad news as fucking. I don't know even why I'm in this conversation.
I'm getting pwned
Meat
right
is
now.
fucking pwning you.
This is unbelievable. Not again. I've been punching myself in the head all morning, and now I'm doing bad Google searches.
But you haven't said the F-bomb again.
I haven't said it.
You
no.
trained yourself.
You trained me, really.
No, dude, you did it yourself.
No.
If I had to punch you in the forehead, you'd probably be in a fucking MRI right now.
That'd be terrible.
You?
Actually, I don't mind MRIs. I fell asleep in both the MRIs I read.
In a tight one?
In a tight one. I don't know how it happened, but I just went out.
I don't even like the thought of it. I'm a little claustrophobic.
I was freaked out when they were like putting me in, but then like I just kind of fell
Settled
asleep.
in like it was a coffin.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why?
Why?
You have zero imagination. Zero. This would be, the things would be filled with people talking about this. They fuck with you, Chris, because they think you're not smart. They call you the Fredo of the show.
Do they? Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm smart. See? Godfather trivia,
That's
Ron.
pretty good.
I'm smart. I could do things. Leslie never would have known that. And that's why she's dodging me.
All right, we're already done with that, Chris.
Got it.
We did it earlier.
No more.
We got him good and annoyed. Let's see what else is up in the world before the power couple comes in 15 minutes, because we're going through a lot of fucking stories today.
We are.
There's
a lot to talk about.
All right, this is something that went up on the iBang about which Larry David is older. They did this before with Paul. Who's the good-looking?
Paul Rudd.
Thank you. I was going to say Paul Feig, but that makes no sense whatsoever. That Larry David's look does not change. Now, I'm going to say the left.
I'm going to say right.
Okay. You got it. What? Look, wait a minute. One, he's 57. The other, he's 70.
Oh, my God.
He looks like, that looks like the world's oldest 57-year-old, but quite good for 70. All right, let's look here.
All right.
You go first this time.
I'm going to say if we're saying older, the right is older.
All right, then I'll take left.
Wow, I got it.
You're 2-0, dude.
Wait, no, he's young. No, he's older on the right.
Well, what were we going for? Younger?
I think I said he was younger on the right.
Well, what's the name of the game?
Which Larry David's older?
Yeah, so let's always do older, you lunatic.
All right, older.
So you're saying now we're tied 1-1.
We're tied 1-1.
All right, back to my turn. I'm going to take left again.
All right, I got right.
I can't fucking do this. 58 and 68.
All right, I'm going to say
older.
The right is older. Incorrect.
2-2. Whoever picks fucking loses this game. Whoever picks first.
All right, you're up.
I'm going to say the right is older. Wait.
The right is older.
Why do you click the opposite? Why are you driving me nuts? All right, now it's your pick.
All right, my pick. I'm going to say the left is older.
All right, we're tied up.
All right.
Is this the left? No, this isn't the left.
Holy shit, there's 10 of them.
Where are we at? 7.
We're at 7. All right, your go.
Up on the iBag, you can play this game with your whole family. Which Larry David is older? It's crazy how hard this game is.
This is freakish. It's really
His
hard.
haircut doesn't even change.
No.
Give me left is older.
Correct.
Oh, thank Christ. That's 11 years older and it looks exactly the same. I'm going to admit it. I guess, Stephanie. All right, go ahead.
All right. I mean, the glasses stay the same. There's
Everything.
I'm going to say I'm going to say left is older. He seemed happier then. Incorrect.
All right, I've moved up 2 points on you now.
This is, all right. I can,
if I hit this one, the game's over.
It's over.
At best, you can tie me.
All right.
You know what? I'm going to let you pick both. I'm going to let you try to win out.
Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to say the left is older in this one.
That's a good.
Correct.
Yeah, I thought that was a good pick.
All right.
You got to pick one more and we're completely tied.
All right. Oh, this is one. He looks really red-eyed in the right hand. But I wonder what was going on with him then.
Probably getting high.
All right. So I'm going to say that's younger. I'm going to go left, older.
You did it, buddy.
We're tied. I won out.
Now, we'll have to see if fucking Vito is older now or 5 minutes ago. He looks exactly the same. I'm going to say that he's older now. Vito, which are you?
I am, in fact, older now.
Wow. Tiebreaker came through for me.
I didn't think I would get that.
You thought he was older 5 minutes ago.
I thought it was, well, yeah. I screwed up.
Like you fucking set fire to the rain, my friend. So you were telling me that the new Avengers trailer is out, and Vito's fucking excited, and you're not.
He's loving it, and the trailer comes out. I remember I was watching the trailer. He's like, "No, don't watch it because I want to see it on my own." I'm like, it's just
why do you want to see it on your own?
He asked me to do something for him, so I went to do it, and then he came in where I was and started watching it on his phone, and he stopped me from watching the trailer. So I asked him, "Wait, don't watch it on your phone while I wanted to watch it.
Why?
Put it up on the screen." Because I was in the middle of watching the trailer, and then he asked me to do something, and then he came in and watched it on his phone.
Why couldn't you just say, "Give me time until I'm done this"? I got another 30 seconds.
I wanted to just.
You're an Avengers fan, right?
Yes, I love the Avengers.
All right, what was the first Avengers?
The first in the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe was Iron Man 1.
No, tell me the first Avengers when they all got together.
The Avengers, just the Avengers.
What happened, motherfucker?
Oh, so they had to fight Loki, Thor's brother.
All right, I saw that one on TV. It was fucking hideous. What was Avengers 2?
The second one was Ultron, voiced by James Spader. He
Didn't
comes
see
down.
that.
Yeah,
How was that? Worse?
That one wasn't that good. I didn't like that one that much.
Worse than the first one that was already bad.
Much worse than the first one.
And now we're up to 3?
Now, yeah, this is the third one. There's one more.
What's happening in the trailer?
This one is Thanos is coming down, and he's Thanos.
Why are they fighting in space? Why aren't they fighting American things?
Well, Thanos is coming down to fuck shit up, and then they're gonna do some fighting here and in space, and then the next I think is that one's gonna be fought in space.
So this is all Thor's relatives still?
No. Thor's relatives, that all stopped a little while ago. Thanos is the father of Zoe Saldana's character in Guardians of the Galaxy. So the Guardians are in this one. That's a big deal. They come out in the trailer.
So the Guardians are coming back to Earth, the kid?
Yeah, the Guardians are coming to Earth in this one. Or I think they saw them in a spaceship, so they might be going to space. But the Guardians are in this new Avengers movie.
But I thought the Guardian couldn't find his way back to Earth.
He's in the end of this trailer.
But you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
The whole point of his character was he was a little boy, captured, can't find his way back to Earth.
But now
he knows where Earth is.
Now he knows where Earth is, and he's going to help the Avengers save the day. And this is the first Avengers movie featuring Spider-Man. Because he was in Civil War, but he wasn't in The Avengers.
Man, I'm missing out on all this shit.
And well, there's 20 more movies coming out after this one that are all in the Marvel universe.
And this whole thing will end in 2020 with the fourth Avengers movie.
And then Robert Downey Jr.'s done?
Yeah, then he's done. That's when most of the contracts end, is in 2020.
They signed Benedict Cumberbatch for like 10 Doctor Strange movies.
Appearances or movies?
I think it'll be Doctor Strange in 10 movies. The whole thing is just, I can't believe people are still going crazy over the Avengers trailer when it's the same movie over and over again.
No, this one looks way better than the second one. Second one looked like garbage.
But at the time, you didn't say that. You said it was awesome.
Yeah, at the time I was.
That's why I hate comic book fans. They tell you it's awesome, and you tell them it's shit, and they fight with you. Then 2 years later, they tell you it was shit, but this next one is awesome. And that's why I will always hate a comic book fan.
I've read comic books probably from the age of like maybe 10 to like 12 or 13. Loved it. Loved comic books. They shouldn't have been brought to the screen because like the Thanos character looks like shit. It's just Josh Brolin on a purple
let me think about
character.
when I read comic books when I was a really little kid. It was kind of how I learned how to read. And when did I know if I was still reading at 12, I'd be shocked. And my favorites, Flash and Daredevil.
Daredevil was pretty badass.
Now that I'm an adult, I'm like, this is stupid. I mean, and then I would also read, there was like a cowboy series where they were just being cowboys.
Just cowboy stories?
Yeah. I like that. I like some Tales from the Crypt. You know what I mean? Like horror comic books.
Yeah.
They always had like a little twist ending. And then when I was really little, I would read Richie Rich. And I don't know who it was, Beetle Bailey or some fucking
Archie?
shit. Yeah, Archie.
Yeah.
But that's when I was a real little kid.
Yeah, the thing I liked when I was a kid was like X-Men. I like the X-Men comic books and Wolverine and whatnot.
Yeah, I was fucking... by the time I got past that, I don't even think I was around when I was old.
But like when they bring in the screen, it just looks bad. Like the X-Men movies don't look that good. I know they spent all this money on the CGI or whatever, but I just think it's a
different studio. That's by Fox. That's not the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Making CGI.
Yeah, but no, it's not the same people producing the movie. It's a whole different universe.
You know you never once agree with him, Vito.
Well, he's wrong a lot.
I can't fight that.
Rarely wrong.
I think the reason that they were smart with the comic book series they like chose to adapt into movies, like Civil War, which was just a thing we went into, that was big when I was in high school. So all the people who are my age who remember that series are going to go see.
You were reading comic books in high school?
Yeah, I read comic books up to like sophomore year.
Seriously, and then you weren't even doing fucking drugs. You never did coke.
No.
That's what I don't get. You're reading a comic book instead of doing coke.
I was reading a comic book, not doing coke in an all-boys school.
Ugh.
What went down in that boys' school?
When or even if you lose your virginity?
I lost that a few years ago.
Jerking off into a comic book?
No.
That doesn't count as losing your virginity.
I did used to think that, because you know how in movies the pages are always like stiff and stuff? I thought you had to jerk off into the pages of a magazine if you jerked off. So I used to always go directly into magazines.
Why don't you just tie a fucking magazine around your fucking dick and use it as a condom?
But didn't you ruin all your Noonie mags then?
I did, and I didn't know what to do with them, but I thought because in movies the pages were always stiff, like you had to do it that way.
Because he didn't have a dad.
Okay.
I think that's a big part of it. I wasn't taught.
Why didn't you be classy like Chris and jerk off out the window?
It was fine. It was the
25 floors up. That could be deadly.
Whatever.
No one's ever been killed by cum unless it was the AIDS 80s.
My fire escape was crusty, but it was fine otherwise.
Fucking disgusting.
That was the window I chose.
Carl in Ohio.
Hi, Ron. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Good. But got a better cover of that Lord song, Royals. It's by a Canadian group called Walk Off the Earth. And the YouTube video is really a fun thing to watch. So if you get a chance...
I've never heard of this, but I definitely will give it a chance. Walk Off the Earth.
Yep.
Boy, these Canadians, they'll always cover shit.
And they're good. It's good fun. You'll enjoy.
Oh, so they're doing it as a joke.
No,
mocking it
no,
out.
they have a certain style of their own that.
There's a hot chick in this band.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to play it just a second.
Okay.
I don't want to make everybody sit through Royal constantly. So, she's adorable.
Yeah, she's real hot.
She's tatted up pretty good, too. That's your thing, right?
I like that.
Is your chick tatted up?
Not at all, no.
Not one?
Not one, no.
Try to talk her into it?
No.
This seems like something Jimmy Fallon would do.
This is very Jimmy Fallon.
Is he coming back in the ratings? Are people getting Trump fatigue?
I heard I think he was. Yeah, he did. He's been being Colbert.
I heard just the opposite the other day.
Really?
Yeah. I think when I was doing Jimmy's show, he said Colbert's king.
I heard the opposite. I'm gonna check these ratings.
You're both hearing it from Sam. I know I'm really getting tired of hearing about Trump. I just feel like he won. Let's just give him his 8 years and just...
Don't even have another election?
Yeah. Yeah, let him be until he dies.
They do like calling him God Emperor, his fans.
That's because they're confused.
Yeah.
Wait, we'll just read the top.
All right, Stephen Colbert tops total viewers and premiere. Oh, all right. Looks like Jimmy's winning in the demos, but...
Who cares about the demos?
But Colbert's winning total viewers.
Yeah, I don't care about demos.
I must have heard demo news, and I took it as total viewers.
Demo's stupid. Why even do that?
I always found it weird that one demo is more prized over another.
Well, the thing is, you're looking at the demo that has money and is still gullible enough to run out and buy whatever,
All right.
they're being sold to in commercials. So a guy like you, where you always want the new drink or the new phone or watch.
That's me. I can't wait for my Apple Watch.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like normally people get in their late 40s and they're going like this. Holy shit, this is stupid. I'm not fucking wasting my money on everything.
Yeah. Why am I going to listen to a commercial?
Yeah, they run out because somebody in a commercial acts like their life is going to get better if they're wearing certain sneakers. Our guest here, Vito?
Yes, they are.
Why don't you first plug the shirts?
Well, you could go to thebenningtonshow.com or the ibankshop.com to go get your Almost Bennington Show t-shirt. And it's a great Christmas present, and it'll be there in time for the holidays.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'll make sure of it.
I'll make sure of it.
He was on top of it.
You have nothing to do with it. All right, let's break and let's plug away who's coming in, Chris.
Pat Dixon and Mandy Stadtmiller are coming in studio. The New York City Crime Report with Pat Dixon live podcast recording is happening this Wednesday, December 6th at West Side Comedy Club in New York City at 8 p.m. crimereport.nyc.com for tickets and to pre-order Mandy's new book, Mandy's new book is Unwifeable.
Wait, why did you say the book was called Trump?
Because her new podcast is called Trump, but the new book is called Unwifeable, which you can pre-order at crimereport.nyc.
How funny would it if she just wrote a book simply called Trump? Now, somebody wrote a book, one of those guys, two of the people that worked on his campaign, and the first little clip that the Post had was fucking hilarious.
Was that the one where they talk about what he eats every day?
What he eats 2 Big Macs, 2 fish fillets, and a malted.
Yeah.
But then he also just fucking lays into people. And we never see him screaming. I would love to see him scream.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Doesn't do it. All right. We'll be right back with New York's favorite power couple. This is Bennington.
Welcome back to Bennington. Pat Dixon and Mandy Stadtmiller are in studio. The New York City Crime Report with Pat Dixon Live podcast recordings happening this Wednesday, December 6th at West Side Comedy Club in New York City at 8 p.m. Go to crimereport.nyc for tickets. And then you could get Mandy's new book, Unwifeable, which is available now for pre-sale at crimereport.nyc. And you can hear the New York Crime Report on compoundmedia.com.
You didn't call them New York's power couple?
New York's power couple.
Oh.
Gross.
Thank you. That's part of our writer normally.
Yes.
So, yeah.
No.
So you're over at this new club on the West Side.
Love
right?
it, man. Yeah, it's a great club. Yeah, fantastic. She offered it's like, you want to come do the New York City Crime Report here? I'm like, yeah, for sure.
That's
nice.
cool.
Yeah, when you do it live, you get laughs, you know?
Right.
You
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll know whether something's worth pursuing You know what I mean? That's the funny thing about doing like radio. You're like, I think this bit's working, but you're never 100% sure.
It's a blessing and a curse, though.
Yeah.
Because you get to keep going with stuff. You know, sometimes it's just interesting to you. Yeah.
And a new book, huh?
Yeah.
No,
all about Pat Dixon.
Now,
and how he's my knight in shining comedic armor.
But is there anything that you wouldn't give away about your personal lives? Or you
Oh
guys
my
are
God,
ready?
there's so much. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I had a friend suggest to me a comedian, you probably heard of her, Jessica Delfino. She had mentioned to me, she was like, oh, me and my husband have this whole secret language. I thought that could be, it was when I was doing a column about our marriage for New York Magazine. And I said, yeah, you know, that's one area that I kind of, you know how like couples, they have their whole, their own secret language. It's like, if you give that away, it's like you're putting your genitals out on the internet.
But what are you doing now? Isn't that kind of it?
Giving a secret language out? I'm not saying the words.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Yeah.
But Pat, has there ever been a moment that you've cringed when you read about the...
Every moment I cringe when I read this book. Every moment, yeah.
Because I don't think we see ourselves as we are, right? We just, like most people think they're okay. They think they're pretty good. Like I think a lot of the sexual assault people that got in trouble, they thought they were flirting. They had no idea that they were being creeps.
Well, if it happened in 1993 or before, they were flirting.
Right, yes, thank you.
We always judge everybody in the past by today's standards.
Yes.
That's where we screw up. Even, I hate to say it, but what Cosby did was normal in the 70s.
Just dosing people?
A lot of people used Quaaludes.
Yeah, they were partying, you know.
But people would say, hey, do you want a Quaalude? And then you could make your decision.
Right, yeah.
It wouldn't just suddenly end up in a cheeseburger.
Or tell them, like, oh, yeah, this is for your throat. This is just a lozenge. Enjoy.
Well, you know, something that Pat and I do is in Louis C.K.'s apology, he said, you know, these were women who respected me. So Pat and I make sure that I never respect him.
Right.
So that he is not manipulating
Well, that was the problem. They admired him, he said, you know. That was where I went wrong. Is they admired me, you know.
Yeah.
So you just can't show your dick to anybody who admires you.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, you know, no big problem.
No problem with us, yeah. Yeah.
If they don't, you're in the clear.
Where did you guys meet?
Geez, where did we meet?
We met at the Stand, I think, the first time.
I guess that's true.
Is that
yeah.
right?
Well, you see, the first time I saw her was like long before I met her. It was like 7 years before I saw her in this club, and she was doing a little comedy at the time, and I was in there, and I asked somebody, I was like, who is that? That's Mandy Stadtmiller. And I was like, wow, she is gorgeous. Didn't have the guts to talk to her. And didn't see her again for 7 years.
Wow.
And she was a little bit more, she's older, more beat up, you know. Just a little, yeah, I thought maybe I can fuck this girl. Yeah. So here we are.
I like Pat's realism.
That's the way, like, you're the same way I'll be in a fight. I'll wait till somebody's past their prime, and then I'll come in.
Right, yeah. Oh, we sort of crossed, you know.
Yeah.
And at one, when I was a kid, I had fought a guy in high school after he had lost 140 pounds, but he still had the reputation of being bigger, you know? So, like, everybody was like, hey, did you really beat him? I go, yeah, I fucked him up, you know? But I really didn't go into the details of this massive salad.
That must have felt good.
It felt unbelievable. It was really, it may have been a lifetime highlight for me.
Oh, my God. You know, that's the thing. It's about fighting is you got to hit them at the right time. Right?
Yes, and people know this. In the boxing world, they don't want to catch somebody when they're really at their prime. They make that person wait for a while, wait it out.
The weird thing for me is, like, when I was 25 and I got married for the first time, like, I wasn't...
Wait a second, you were married before?
That's disgusting.
I thought this would be a good way to kind of, like, in a public space, break the news. I wasn't really, you know, hot at all. I was, like, chubby. I was, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just, you know, I didn't get hit on nearly as much as, in my, you know, 30s and 40s. So I guess I'm saying that, you go girl, and we're all in the. I don't know. I lost my.
Well, you were married for how long?
She just wanted to tell everybody she's hot.
Yeah,
I wanted to make that clear. Yeah.
Now, how long were you married?
I was married for 5 years, from when I was 25 to 30, and I started dating when I was 20. So for quite a bit of time.
Yeah. Well, that's at least making a run at it. But it always bothers me that stays on your permanent record. Whereas, you know, moving in with someone, doesn't. No one will ever make a big deal out of that. But you could have been married for 9 months, and you still have to bring it up 40 years later.
Moving in with somebody is kind of low stakes. It's high stakes, but it's not the same as marriage. You know, people like always sell it like, oh yeah, I'm wifed up. I'm no, you're not until you're married. And you know, it does stay on your record. I'm on my third now. It's my third marriage.
You're on your third.
Yeah, and so like I guess what 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Assuming this one works out.
Right.
So I need for this one to work out and for her to die.
Yeah.
And then another one to come along and then that works out and then she dies. And that's just to have a winning record at all.
I will say this. Third sounds bad, but when you get above third, you sound like you're a maniac, Elizabeth Taylor.
Totally.
You start to say I've been married 4 or 5 times. Why? You're like, what is wrong with you?
Have you ever noticed, though, that whenever it gets to be their fourth, they've usually married one of them twice?
Oh, yeah.
My parents remarried each other after
the height
divorcing.
of crazy.
Isn't that weird?
No, here's the thing that happens, though, is like the kids keep you together, where if you don't have kids and you divorce, that person's gone, they're out of your life forever. But if they have a kid, that's keeping stuff up, and you're like, you know what, this is kind of nice. We're all back here together, we're at a barbecue, and then you go back and make the same move. Now, are they still together that they remarried?
Yeah.
Whose idea was it to break up, though?
It was weird. I mean, it was my mom, after too much wine, said, I think I want a divorce. And then she changed her mind. And my dad said, yeah, let's do it.
Right.
And he had 2 different fiancés in the 5 years they were apart. And then... Yeah.
Those are not on his permanent record, by the way.
Yeah, they're not on the permanent record. That's pretty good.
Those are sealed.
Yes, those are sealed.
Yeah. And then one day my sister moved back down to San Diego, and my parents just talked about how she had a kid and, you know, working that out. And they were like, oh, you know what? We never should have left each other. And it was literally as quick as that. It was just back together.
My producer, Jen, is always trying to get her parents back together like a movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's this really... I don't want to say it's sad, but it seems immature when you want your parents to get back together.
Hey, maybe this Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this will be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a kid.
Baby.
Yeah.
Why is that the dream, to get your parents back together?
I feel like when you get to a certain point, like when I got to like high school and then they were divorcing, it was just kind of a sad time.
Right.
So in my mind, I think if they get back together, it would be just a happier, you know, better environment. When, you know, I want to go to my dad's for Thanksgiving, it's not an awkward, Mom, I got to leave to go to my dad's.
That always makes your mom feel bad?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question now, Jen? I think I see a way this can work. Do you have a twin sister that you can switch bodies
that
with?
That would be so great. She's in England, though, so what's the odds they'll ever meet each other? Yeah, I can't imagine. I honestly think, though, always. I mean, if the kids don't go with the mother, they've got the worst mother that anyone's ever seen
A lot
before.
of crack must be involved.
Yes,
I think.
only crack.
That's something.
Only crack would be the only reason I say they should be with their dad.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Chris?
I only wanted to plug. I want to let everyone know that New York City's power couple, Pat Dixon and Mandy Stadtmiller, are in
Nice.
studio. The New York City Crime Report with Pat Dixon live. The podcast recording is happening this Wednesday, December 6th at West Side Comedy Club in New York City, 8 p.m. CrimeReport.nyc for tickets, and the New York City Crime Report is available on CompoundMedia.com. And you can read Mandy's regular column at TheDailyBeast.com, and Mandy's new book, Unwifeable, is available now for pre-sale, and there's a link for it at CrimeReport.nyc.
I would love to write a book. I'm just not going to.
I'll tell you how you
I
should
want to
do it.
say I write a book. I don't want to write it, but I want to have a book signing.
Can I tell you how to do it?
Yeah.
Come to this
I'm
one.
about to change your life.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike Malice. He is a celebrated ghostwriter. He's
Yeah.
also funny, and he's got a show on Compound Media. He has a great track record as a ghostwriter. He has now done 3. What are you falling asleep?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Shut up. Anyway, but he could do it for you,
Yeah.
and then you'll get all of that. Okay, I'm done. But
It's like sitting next to a smart girl in high school where you just hand her the paper and say, here.
And she's
finish this for
thrilled
me."
to do it.
Yeah, she's thrilled because there's an outside chance she'll get to come to a party.
Just to show off her penmanship.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Go.
Well, because I mean, you'll be, dead in however many years,
Yeah.
and you'll have missed
3.
out on
Yeah.
that legacy capturing. And it's so easy to do. I've ghostwritten for so many people, and it captures a moment in time and your legacy. And
I like the idea of that, but I want to be an accomplished writer too.
Yeah,
So what? You can still say. No one will know.
But you've written for years. You've done nothing but write. You've written legendary stuff. You know what I mean? The comedy jokes, all that stuff. That's so much harder to write than books.
Yeah, but then you got to put it together, and it looks awkward once I start to actually write.
Okay, so if you don't use Mike Malice, you can use someone who signs away a waiver and then says, I'll pretend that Ron Bennington wrote the whole thing. And, that's how you do it. And then you get all the credit, but they do all the kind of like pain in the ass work.
How does he get an agent?
Yeah.
Shut up. Everyone makes fun of me.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I also tell them to write 2 scripts for me and a couple of plays. Because I really want to look like I'm prolific.
You got to get the move on here. Yeah.
Now, you've also you're doing a podcast about Trump. Chris was telling me.
Yeah,
not me, but Pat is.
Oh, I didn't know which one of you were.
Oh, God, that'd be amazing if I was.
Yeah, no,
well,
it
wait,
would.
Hold on, let's all look over at Chris right now for fucking me up. What did you do?
It's about Trump. It's about look. I've never admired anybody more than I admire Donald Trump. I think he's the funniest president we've ever had. He's the most well spoken. When I say well spoken, I mean he's not always reading from a teleprompter and stuff.
Right.
And he never says anything that I don't. Look, he says everything he says for a reason. I'll just say that. I really like him. He changed the country. He changed the world. He came out of nowhere. Never run for any office, as we know. And did something nobody's ever done. He wasn't in the military, never had any office, and became president the first election out.
He was not in the military for one reason: bone spurs. He had bone spurs in his
It's very tragic. Yeah.
I didn't mean it as a diss.
Yeah.
I just think.
But do you think he knows he's being funny?
Yeah, sure.
Tell me a time that he said something funny. And
I'll tell you what. Well, the other day when he said this about. Pocahontas, when he told those guys, we have somebody like that in Congress. She's been here for quite a while. We call her Pocahontas. Right. Obviously, he knew, that was, you could tell by the tone of his voice. I'll tell you another time. Early on, this is when I jumped on. This is when I started liking Trump. When Megyn Kelly was giving him all this shit about, you, the women this and women that, you said all this stuff. You call them dogs. And he holds up one finger to stop her and he goes, only Rosie O'Donnell. And it killed.
Yeah.
It killed. I said, that's the way you handle that. And I decided to vote for him right there.
And he changed the way other people respond. Like you saw Hillary Clinton, after having extensively focus grouped how to talk impromptu and pretend to be off the cuff, that she changed the way her speaking style.
So do you think this is the kind of presidents we're going to get in the future?
There will never... I'm sorry. There will never be another Donald Trump. I mean, I would love it if somehow we could have somebody similar to him or something.
What about Kid Rock? Are you going to throw your support behind old?
Hey, who knows? I mean, like if he, no, no. I think Trump is one of a kind.
One of a kind. We'll never get another. There'll never be another business guy. You think will come into play the game?
Yeah, maybe. Sure.
Because who else has been talking about it, Chris? Hasn't there?
Mark Cuban is talking about.
No, Cuban is not. He's not the same kind of celebrity that Trump is. He's a celebrity.
Shark Tank is pretty big.
It's big, yeah.
No, Donald Trump has been a celebrity forever, just for being him and being rich and stuff. And he's always been, in the public eye a lot.
He's always done his own PR and stuff like that.
The main reason I wanted to do Trump the podcast, it's over on Compound, it's free right now, is because nobody talks good about Trump.
Right.
Everybody craps on Trump all the time.
Compound does.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But
you don't think Anthony's with him?
Oh, he's definitely with him. Yeah. But Artie and Anthony, they have so much fun together now.
Right.
That it just does, to me, it doesn't get said enough. Anyway, I mean, like it doesn't. Regardless, there's so much stuff in the media, so much stuff out there that's like you see the way they interpret everything he says. Everything they take it literally when it's not.
Yeah, and I am not a Trump supporter fanatic
at all.
Well, I mean, I don't hate him as much as I used to. I used to not tell people on the other side of the phone to shut up when they told me that I needed to, get divorced immediately because Trump was a Nazi and that made my husband a Nazi and all that. And now I do. I just say, shut up. You're insane.
I think you should get divorced, but nothing to do with the political views. Just
okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So I can write Unwifeable too.
Yeah.
And then I can remarry Pat. Yeah.
I do think I would agree with you, hon, that he has turned everything upside down, and you can't keep up with him. Like, it is exhausting to keep up with the Trump news.
Yeah,
It's
a new
total
outrage
fatigue.
every day.
Yeah.
And if he's not doing something, somebody's doing something to him, and he's
Right.
mixing it up with all these people. It's like that LeVar Ball and stuff
Right.
like that. You're right. Every
But
single
you've
day.
done road gigs. You know how hard it is just to keep your sanity. And he's got that energy. There's never been a time where you're like, oh, he doesn't seem like he's into it.
And he's an old man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 73 or something.
70 we were reading the things about he's eating 2 Big Macs, 2 fish fillets, and a chocolate malt every day. And you're like,
that's great.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But sometimes they say if you want to feel young, eat like a really young person eats, right?
Yeah, you
so
want to
have candy, have Pop Rocks,
mashed beets and stuff like that. Just like breast milk.
His big supporter, Peter Thiel, doesn't that guy have like the blood of young people
supposedly,
transfused into him? So he
Yeah.
probably has all those like tips and tricks. But when I get fuck you money, I'm totally going to get blood transfusions from like,
I used to in the 80s, but just because we didn't know. We were just sharing works. And it really did seem like a waste of work, so I don't care what anyone says.
You can't go wrong getting Keith Richards' blood. You know what I mean? Like, whatever he's doing. he's
Keith
still
went
alive.
straight in for virgin blood, and he's doing fantastic. But that goes to show, like, you just never know. Everyone is trying to live long. You don't know. You know?
No, absolutely not. You don't know what's going to do it. I figure that's why I don't hold off on my points when I go to get frozen yogurt and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know, give them to me now. I might be dead tomorrow. I tell them that every time.
But this is also the interesting thing about Trump. I think he's going to be the most written about politician for as long as humans are around.
Well, and see, that is
That's a
his.
great
He
point.
is an addict. I mean, he is probably the most press and fame addicted person who has ever existed.
Right.
And so I think I saw there's some coordinated effort that's going to happen amongst journalists where they're all going to not write about him for
Impossible.
a while. Well, I mean, who
If
knows?
they don't want readers, I mean, look, I don't think he's the
I don't
most
think
press
that's
addicted.
true.
I think he's just the best at doing it.
Yeah.
If you're just the best at doing it, of course,
Well, yeah, like the thing is like you had Muhammad Ali, but you couldn't pretend to be Muhammad Ali. People tried to do that. And Muhammad Ali said a lot of things that people were outraged about at the time, but that wasn't the only thing about him. For whatever it is about Trump, I believe it's the secret. I believe he thinks if he says it and it'll be true and he believes it. And I've said that to people and they've gotten angry about it, but he does shape his own reality.
That's interesting.
I mean, well, he'll say, this is the worst thing that ever happened in history. This is the biggest disaster that ever went down. And I don't, you ever hear about people that they say if they lie and they, like, I remember this happened to me and a friend of mine when we got, busted for doing something at school. We were swearing we didn't do it. And we were fighting with everyone. We did not fucking do this thing. And then me and him were alone. He goes, and that motherfucker said we did it. And I go, yeah, dude, it's me and you. We did do it. And he goes, still. He's being a dick. And I'm like, oh, you're lying on a whole different level than me. It's like that Daniel Day-Lewis acting where he doesn't turn it off when he goes home. I think Trump has that ability to stay in his own reality. Now, all of us are in our own reality.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not necessarily a dishonest creation like
Right.
that. A consciously made one at first. And then, you know how I think he's good at that? And I say this is somebody who's done this in the past, cheating on his wife. You have to live that reality.
Right.
You got to really believe that you didn't do anything wrong
Tell
earlier.
us more about that.
Well, I will. It's simple. You just, you never admit anything to yourself or otherwise. You have to lie to yourself in order to live with yourself. I've lived a double life before, with a one on the road and a woman at home and stuff like that. I almost got shot at the end of it. So then the reality comes in. But it's
And
true.
he hasn't cheated since he was almost murdered.
No.
It's much more difficult for comics now that there's social media.
Oh, my God,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So that...
Like Kevin Hart's whole...
right. You just...
I mean,
now,
hilarious.
before social media, a comic would normally, after he did the country a few times, would have a girlfriend in each town.
Sure,
It wasn't that he was going out looking for a new girl every day, but this was his Pittsburgh girlfriend. And he had this fucking... Now, they would all find out about each other immediately.
Sure, yeah. And you watch them gain weight sometimes, too.
Yeah.
That's weird. Watch them much mature and evolve as people into larger people.
Right.
Yeah. It's neat, though. Yeah, it's a good way to live. It's like being a sexy hobo.
Right.
Sort of.
Well, that's what they used to say, a sailor had a girl in every port. I mean, it's that type of thing. But that reality has been destroyed by social.
It's ruined it also for especially military people, because it used to be that, that was the same thing as road comics. If you were going overseas.
A girl in every port, as he said.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about, too, I mean, the fact that you could be fighting in Afghanistan and then FaceTiming at night with your wife about your kids has dyslexia. That's got to be nuts.
That's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, guys used to go to Vietnam and then, they would get letters every once in a while.
Yeah. It's just a whole new level of loneliness there. And plus, if you're FaceTiming with your wife, it does make it hard to bang your Afghanistan whore.
Right. It's been a long time that we've fought anyone who's had a nightlife. It's really bad, I think. Like when we were in Korea or Vietnam, there was an opportunity to enjoy your off time. But I can't imagine these guys that are in the Middle East.
Oh, man.
It's got to be horrific.
Nothing to do there.
Yeah.
New York City's power couple, Pat Dixon and Mandy Stadtmiller.
Please stop saying that.
I'm so sorry I made that joke.
The New York City Crime Report with Pat Dixon live podcast recording is happening this Wednesday, December 6th at Westside Comedy Club in New York City, 8 p.m. Go to crimereport.nyc for tickets. And the New York City Crime Report's available on compoundmedia.com. And Pat's new podcast, Trump, is currently available free at compoundmedia.com. And you can read Mandy's regular column at thedailybeast.com, and Mandy's new book, Unwifeable, is available now for pre-sale.
Are you bringing anybody in to do the podcast with you over there?
Yeah, sure am. Killers, man. Aaron Berg.
Love.
Who kills it. And Mike Britt, who you may know.
I don't think
at the very beginning of the show, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, he's the guy who goes, females are strong as hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, really funny dude in the clubs, too. Has been for a long time. Kevin Downey Jr., who's one of the funniest guys on Long Island, and he's coming to just destroy other people. Eugenio Biscani.
Oh, so you're really putting together the Drop the Hammer guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah. Why book anybody else?
I'll be in attendance, but I don't know if I'll do this.
Are you going to be there for real?
I'll
Oh,
be
good.
there.
So the power couple won't be without its better, prettier half.
Hey, Dave, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to talk to that Pat Dixon. I kind of think there's nothing good about Trump. I think he's kind of a pain in the ass. And,
my podcast is not for you then, Trump.
Well,
but otherwise,
maybe,
But you do have to admit this.
Like, members who are struggling, and maybe they use Obamacare, and they're going to lose their health care.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. There's going to be a whole new healthcare system. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I doubt it. I think it will be horrible, god awful, and we already tried capitalism trying to fix the health care, and 32 million people didn't have health care. And
Well, keep thinking positive.
Cut taxes. He's going to cut taxes.
I have
people
to
want to buy their own.
I think that
goddamn
when we're sitting around talking about Trump, it isn't about the usual party stuff, because even the Republicans are not happy with him. Where your interest in Trump comes from, a guy who came from outside of the system and battles every day, no matter what comes up.
It's the thing of interest. He's changed the entire world just by running for president, and it's been all Trump since he dominates all the headlines, every news cycle.
Right.
And to me, that he ran against the Republican Party as well as the Democrats and the press. So, I mean, you're right. It's more about that.
I'm a Democrat, and for me, Obamacare has been nothing but disastrous. I've paid the price and the penalties, and I don't think that the idea that Obamacare has been a dream for everyone is true whatsoever. There's plenty of middle class people who, it kind of screwed over. So
yeah, I'm sure that's true.
But I think that the thing that's fascinating about Trump is there's been nothing over the past 30 years bigger than professional football, and he'll take them on. And people will, they're at least taking credit. That's why people aren't showing up. Now, you couldn't put a crack in professional football all these years. And there are people agreeing with him and being against professional football. It's stunning.
It is stunning.
It's stunning.
I love the NFL.
Yeah.
I love it as much as I love the USA.
Yeah.
I wish it was separate. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, like, you can pretty much rest assured whenever Trump's saying it, a lot of people are thinking it.
Right.
You know, because he does speak for that whole part of the country. You know?
That's the whole idea of being a populist, that you find out here's something that people care about, and I'm going to pick it up and run with it. So you think that people were already sick of the NFL before he jumped into it?
They're sick of things like that. You know,
Yeah.
they're sick of people making protests for things that, like, you know, what may or may not be true and doesn't belong there anyway. You know,
But I think that they started to get sick with him even before the protests. I think that some of it had to do with money. I think it had to do with, it's so expensive to go to a game.
Oh, the pink
they've
shoes and all that.
Yeah, the pink shoes. I think there were a lot of things that were like, this whole thing is a perfect storm, and then you can blame it on the protests because there wasn't even that many people protesting, particularly before he said it.
Yeah.
And now that he stopped saying it's fallen, the guys are just standing there. There's some people that are willing to chest up with him because it's also, it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To
It's
stand
great.
up to the president.
Yeah, just to be, no matter when it's always better to have the other guy win for your own personal worth.
What do you mean?
It's better to be attacking the status quo than defend the status quo.
And then he seems like the status quo in that case, or
Well,
they
yes. When your guy wins, like if you look at Fox News, they have to defend him every day. When it was Obama, they got to attack every day. It's a much funner place to be. politically.
Shepard
see,
Smith is on the attack. There are plenty of people on Fox who are on the attack.
Shepard Smith is an actual news guy, though. You know what I mean? The other shows, and it's true, no matter if you're looking at Fox or MSC or even CNN, they're commentators. They're doing the same thing Pat does with his show. You look at the news and you comment. That's not the same thing as going out and breaking a news story, which is hard work.
Yeah, and they've done less and less breaking news stories, you know. And now a newscaster, I always thought like Don Lemon on CNN was supposed to be some kind of an anchor man or something.
Right.
But now he's just like a shill for the anti-Trump club, you know?
What you do when you're in broadcasting, and I've worked in broadcasting for a big part of my adult life, is to get ratings. That's the main thing.
Sure.
So when I worked in rock radio, this is a great band, and we're playing them right now for you. I don't give a fuck about that band. Most of the people I know didn't. If somebody didn't show up at our station and went to the other station, we fucking trashed that band. So that's the thing. You can't have a job without ratings.
I feel so naive when I'm reminded of stuff like that. Yeah, of course, that's what he's doing. You know,
Yes.
he's just like stirring the pot. Everybody wants this. This is what you want to see.
You would appreciate my piece that's in the Daily Beast today. It's about who's going to be next in terms of, the major Hollywood player to go down. And I talked to a guy who for years has been doing blind items that are now coming to light.
Oh.
And his prediction, although he doesn't say it, and he didn't say it when I interviewed him because he has to be covered still legally in terms of implication, but he talks about how there's going to be a woman who is going to expose someone who, when they were found in 1980 with an underage prostitute who OD'd, and got only charged with $2,500 and 2 years probation, that they're going to be taken down because one of those prostitutes left and has all the information. And, Don Henley had a very famous arrest on the day. And it's really interesting to see the way that that speculation is. I mean, just for me, I went down a total Don Henley rabbit hole in reading about, it's fascinating. Like the cop who busted him, he was found out to be corrupt years later. All mention of it is completely not online anywhere. It's a really interesting, I just say that because we were talking about rock.
Have you ever heard the song "Life in the Fast Lane"?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
I mean, the exciting thing is she got to be with one of the Eagles. You know what I mean? And for me, that works band or football team. Either way you look. But, the entire history of rock, there's an Alice Cooper documentary, and there's stuff from the 70s, or maybe it's the one on Shep has met. But you see Alice at the Hollywood Bowl, and he just starts making out with this, what I would call a child now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
And that was rock and roll.
Well, in the 50s, you could marry him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Melanie Griffith was 14, I guess, when she started dating
Don Johnson?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when she peaked, though. Amazingly enough, that's when she peaked. But yes, there is a long history of that in the music and of course Hollywood.
But yeah,
now we're all shocked for some reason. I mean, hadn't you heard about Matt Lauer being kind of a guy about town for a lot of years? And
yeah, I mean, you know, I had heard more about Charlie Rose, honestly.
I had never heard one thing.
Neither.
Yeah,
I didn't think about him.
That came as a shock to me.
Yeah, no, I had a friend who, you know, he took her out to talk about a job, and you know, all his friends who were similar kind of A-lister media people were kind of, you know, boosting him up and talking him up, and yeah, she didn't want to have anything to do with it.
We see that doesn't sound like a crime to me.
No. It's more the.
I mean, I don't know what it's like to have a bunch of friends boosting you up. I mean, but for a date, but that sounds.
Well, more like, you know, you take out a you know, young 20-year-old girl who's interested in media, and you say, "Oh, I could help you in media," and then what you thought was going to be a kind of, you know, job interview turns into more of a
sure,
date.
you thought it, yeah. You can always pretend to think that, but you know.
But she didn't want. I called her up and I said, "Could I talk to you?" And she said, "I want nothing to do with."
Doesn't it seem as if it's taking? Obviously, it is taking less and less and less to get in that kind of trouble. Like the first couple of things that come out, you're like, "Oh, rape," you know, that's bad, you know, and then there's something else. What he did? What? Well, I've done that.
Yeah.
Now we're just all waiting our turn.
Right.
I mean, you know.
As soon as you like, oh, you can't comment. You didn't say somebody had a nice caboose, and suddenly they weren't able to get over it.
Right. Or Garrison Keillor, he said he put his hand on a girl's bare back.
Yeah.
What? Is that what it was?
That's all he's mentioned in his apology. There may be other things.
He rode her bare back, though, so it's a whole different situation.
Well, Garrison Keillor, back in 2010, there was an offer out to a lot of tabloid people for nude pics of him for $50,000.
What?
And no one was like, we don't want to, you know, so it never really broke. And it probably wouldn't have had the same, you know, effect that it does
today.
today.
Even the blind items has always been an interesting thing to me.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't they say? Because there's a possibility that it's not true?
Yeah, I think I think more for litigation, you know, that if the person has, you know, Marty Singer or one of those kind of pit bull attorneys, you know, I've gotten like 4-page long nasty grams from Martin Singer, basically just being like, I'll kill everyone you know and, you know, rip you a new asshole if you even think about implying that this person has, you know, fat ankles.
Which I wish he would have, because you could, if an extra asshole would not be a bad thing on a wine.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But now these guys have all lost their jobs just from being accused. I mean, nobody.
Right.
And it doesn't look like even Weinstein doesn't even have a suit against him.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. They were talking about criminal charges with that one actress, but that's it. Yeah. It still hadn't happened. No indictment.
And Weinstein is a guy, when you hear those stories, you're like, okay. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Some of them, I mean, like, look, when they have these huge numbers, you know, and they conflate everything. Like, he raped this one, and this one, he winked at her, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, there's 60 women. Well, there's 4 serious things.
Right.
And now it's just like, where there's smoke, there's fire. But what do you think of that? That you get on an accusation, lose everything.
It's amazing to me that losing your job is the point of this whole thing. Like, let's take away that person's career, because even if you kill somebody, you come out of jail, you got to work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I don't understand why work is the thing that we attack.
That's how you topple the patriarchy.
It's and I think it's a reaction to Trump. With Trump, the, you know, Overton window of what is societally acceptable shifted so dramatically, because so many insane things are now societally
she talks
acceptable.
like this all the time.
Yeah.
But then, and so it's a reaction to that. So it's people trying to culturally shift it back in terms of, just women's treatment and women's rights.
And yet politics, you keep your job. Whether you're Trump, whether you're Al Franken, it doesn't matter. You keep your job.
Anthony Weiner had to quit.
Oh, he had to really shoot himself in the foot 9 times. I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, he actually was communicating and sexting with a 15-year-old girl. That's a lot different.
I'm talking about before that even happened. I'm talking about before when the dick pic first happened. And
what was his job then?
Anthony Weiner?
Yeah, what was his?
He was
he was in Congress,
Yeah,
right?
he was in Congress.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And
I so regret not getting a selfie with him.
Yeah.
Right before the Washington Correspondents' Dinner.
Oh, that's also the one that Anthony brought down, right? Here on
Yeah. Kumia,
Yeah.
Breitbart had the picture, and
I was in the elevator with Breitbart that day coming up here, and he seemed very wired. He was all sweaty and walking back and forth.
Yeah, a lot of people say he had a coke problem. Yeah,
I never said that. I just said that he was.
I didn't say you did.
He was excited about the story, I think, was the implication.
But then they said that Anthony stole that, you know what I mean, and went in front of the thing. But I don't know. I saw him that day, and he looked very pumped up on his way up here. But I never said coke problem. I hadn't heard that.
You know, Sydney Leathers, you know, she was the one who broke at the net the second time with the mayor and all that stuff, you know, because when he was trying to become mayor, he was kind of in the lead. We had her on the show, and she's the nicest person ever. Really sweet in Indiana.
Yeah.
And a lot of nude pictures of her, too. You know, she does a lot of porn and everything.
Very sexual.
So really, who's to say this is always a bad thing? Because, you know, really the guy changed her life for the better. You know what I mean? She goes from being some Indiana nobody to like a porn star.
Yeah, who was the other
No offense,
the call
Indiana.
girl? Who was that? Was with the?
Oh, sure. Yeah, she became a columnist for the New York Post, and I always forget her name too.
You lost. I'm sorry, I got lost. What other call girl?
The one who took down Black Sox, Elliot Spitzer.
Yeah, and she was in,
which I think is actually not even. I don't think. I mean, it's fascinating. You look at like Roger Stone. A lot of these things like didn't even happen. They just are legend and lore that is created by these, you know, political maneuverings. And that, who the hell is that hooker?
But she was in here one day. Adorable.
She's very cute.
Very girl next door.
Very cute.
Look about her. And
Kristen. Yeah, that was what she went by. But then Ashley Dupree, of course. Yeah. So Ashley Dupree should be an inspiration to every entrepreneur everywhere, because she had some dumb song on MySpace that was like, you know, haha, like this dumb whore has a song. We'll download it as a joke. Well,
that was the title of it? This dumb whore has a song? I like that. A million
joke downloads later at 99 cents a pop, you know, she cashed out. That's the mistake that a lot of these women, you know, make, is like, if you're gonna, you know, become a tabloid joke, etc., you better have one product to sell, and you better have it at the ready. Otherwise, it's all just for naught, you know, and so that's the model I would recommend.
Have you guys ever done a pilot, like some version of it, he said, she said, where you just go over the news of the day?
Yeah, we did. We did something called Clip Job over at Compound, and we ran that. And we, you know, asked Keith, you know, whatever, he wanted to do the show. He's like, no. I mean, he was like, I'm not interested. But it was funny as hell. Yeah. Yeah, it was great. Keith is just prejudiced against women.
Yeah, there's no doubt about
He's
it.
biased against the ladies.
But he likes rubbing his
when are they going to bring him down?
Why don't we do that?
Keith is great. Keith is great. We're both big fans.
I'm still in for an extra $25 a week. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we wrapping this up, Chris?
Yes, we are. New York City's power couple, Pat Dixon and Mandy Stadtmiller. They've been in studio. The New York City Crime Report with Pat Dixon live podcast recording is happening this Wednesday, December 6th at Westside Comedy Club in New York City at 8 p.m. CrimeReport.nyc for tickets. And the New York City Crime Report's available on CompoundMedia.com, along with Pat's new show, Trump, which is also available on Compound Media for free.
That's at the highlights page. Yes, thank you.
CompoundMedia.com/highlights. And you can read Mandy's regular column at TheDailyBeast.com, and Mandy's new book, Unwifeable, is available now for pre-sale.
That's it for us. We'll see you again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!